And it is finally time. Welcome to Summer Jam 11, the next premiere on the stop here in the IPS event. I am Katana Prime, joined by my good buddy
Darth Arma. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the Injustice 2 Pro Series brought to you by PlayStation 4. We have so many great players ready to duke it out on the stage for you guys. And they're all fighting for so many points,
Absolutely.
So much money.
As we take a look into the bracket, a lot of colors today. 3 orange jerseys, the Echo Fox Trinity, all here in the top 8. Scar and SonicFox in winners, Theo on the loser side. But they will not be matched without the yellow and black Noble. Also, 3 members in the top 8. Dragon against Semiij, and Illusions down in the losers, going up against that lone Canadian flag in there. If you watch any of the Evolution footage, you are extremely familiar with the name HoneyBee, the Flash God Lord himself, making that run. And on the other side, Grr, local from New York, breaking backs and leaving a trail of bullets behind him, switching between Deadshot and Bane as he fights his way to his first top 8 at a premiere event, riding his momentum from Defender North here in New Jersey this weekend. All right, and that is your Evolution champion, Young Dragon, the man with the plan, his collective team of Black Adam and Aquaman surviving the nerfs that supposedly killed these characters. Dragon, a shining example of what dedication and hard work and a simple belief in the mechanics in the game gets you when you simply close your mouth and play. But his opponent, coming up, I should say, representing Tampa, Florida, Young Semiij, teammate and godlike player in his own right, also top 8 at EVO. Both of these men current IPS finalists, trying to extend their point leads over the competition. Dragon trying to run away. Semiij trying to gain himself a higher seed as we're running out of time. We head to the Fortress of Solitude where Wonder Woman is on the screen for Dragon, going up against Catwoman for Semiij.
That's very interesting. Wonder Woman recently received a few buffs. I'm sure you're very familiar with those buffs, Katana Prime being a co-Wonder Woman main here. She's great at keeping you out.
You disappoint.
And Dragon knows at any level you play to win. But at the highest level, that battle starts at the character select screen. Wonder Woman players in general consensus is that she does well against Catwoman, a character Dragon has struggled against, in his online practicing and dealing with Semiij as a player in general. So, trying to play the counter pick game as is with the space control that Diana provides, that long lasso rope, huge range on her jump attacks, and that extremely fast shield bash.
The
exactly.
shield bash is so good. Very underappreciated mechanic in this game or tool. I feel like a lot of people forget about it. And let's talk about the walk speed of Wonder Woman. You can just see Dragon moving back and forth.
And there it is, the wake up there. Recovers in time. Semiij keeping the pressure on, canceling into the trait, keeping himself safe. And Dragon again with that bash, looking to press buttons afterwards, but it is Semiij with the meter burn back 3, absorbing the hit, using the armor, and getting a full combo.
And look at that whiff punish there. Semiij takes that first bar, backs up a little bit, gets Dragon a poke out, and then punishes him for it.
All right, look at the patience from both men. That whip trip at max range, just about safe. However, Wonder Woman can challenge with the shield bash if she like, and there it is, Dragon working his way in. Nice back dash. Trait plus the meter burn to keep Wonder Woman at advantage. And Semiij able to continue his offense now. Back to the spaces. We talked about this. Dragon looking to not deal with any of the nonsense up close, but great bait on the poke from Semiij. There's a neutral jump.
Semiij is a complete control right here, finishing his combo. Very, very normal play right here. I feel like Dragon needs to do a little bit more homework with this Wonder Woman. It's not doing what he expected it to do, and I feel like he needs to throw more shields, play a little bit more defensively. But here we go, Dragon getting something going. Can he make this comeback?
Yeah, we're still in the first game, still very early. We've seen a lot of pixel moments so far this weekend. Dragon, no stranger to the clutch moments as he's coming off of that classic match with Theo last week at Vianality. He knows a thing or two about the pixel. However, Semiij is not Theo and denies any chance of a comeback going up the first game.
And look at Dragon going straight into rematch. Totally comfortable, totally confident that his Wonder Woman can do something. Maybe he just remembered something at the end of the match. We don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Dragon's the poise, one of his strongest assets, knowing that it is a 3-game journey and not one. It's okay to be down, no big deal, as he gathers himself to reset the position, but Semiij picking up right where he left off. Corner combo of the meterless variety, 340 damage, and supreme oppression. Look at this lockdown pressure in the corner.
I mean, and this is all started because of that interactable that Dragon desperately went for. There are answers to them. Don't just sit there and complain. And Semiij backing off, waiting for his time. Dragon goes for the interactable and recovers just in time.
Yeah, great reaction there. Able to block successfully, dashing in. Here's the chip damage on that whip. Semiij back in control. Dragon back to the wall, but decent amount of space to get things going. Should he choose to push the offensive? There it is, that shield bash after the meter burn, leaving Wonder Woman at +2 and enough space. And wow, uncharacteristic there from Dragon allows Semiij to whip an entire string in his face without a challenge.
Well, that's the thing when you're in a character that you're not comfortable with. You usually second guess yourself. You second guess those buttons and that spacing. It's Semiij connecting, going right through the anti-air.
Yeah, great hitbox on that down 2 from Wonder Woman. Their lasso attack, so much range. However, a little late to the gun is Dragon, and Semiij gets the jump in, and he is working on a dominating second game here. Over 50% left on his first health bar.
All right, and the meter burn back 3, the universal tool that's available to every character. Dragon using it so perfectly here. Nothing new there.
Right. Playing the patient game now. Semiij trying to bait out something a little too far for the punish in that situation on the whip trip. Traits up. Dashes in, just trading normals now, blocking everywhere, and the lasso grab.
Great blocks there by Dragon. Great patience, waiting for Semiij to open himself up, waiting and picking his time, picking where he can challenge those gaps.
All right, and there's the blessing from the gods for Wonder Woman, where she receives 1 of 5 randomized buffs. The Artemis giving her more damage boost to her braces should she parry an attack. However, Semiij, you can't parry what hits you.
No,
and the
you
offense a little too strong. Semiij up 2 games to 0 as Dragon goes back to his tried and true Aquaman, the character that helped him win Evolution.
Yeah, and this is his last pick. For those of you who don't know, when you're playing in a tournament setting in Injustice during the Pro Series, you can only change characters if you lose a match. So right here, Dragon is stuck with this character for the duration of this set.
Yeah, and a little bit of home field advantage here as we are in Atlantis in the throne room. The first hit of Try to Rush is active. It won't be the last for sure. And Semiij, very smart stuff there. Hit confirming on the first part of the string, going into the cat dash to disallow any trait summon from Aquaman where he could slip out of that combo.
Yeah, very smart matchup specific tech right there. Those of you who do play Catwoman, consider that whenever you play Aquaman.
Yeah, Dragon needs to dig down and find the rest of everything in his game plan. There's a bit of a mental thing when it comes to playing against Semiij. If you remember, at EVO, the moment Semiij lost, Dragon tweeted out that he was winning the tournament. Not afraid of anybody left but Semiij. And here he is now, up 2 games to 0 on Dragon in a what could have been making it happen here at Summer Jam. And Semiij strikes first, eliminating his first health bar, 1 round away from a swift 3-0 and a trip to the winner's final.
All right, and the down 1 catches Catwoman as an anti-air. I think she was trying to jump right there. And the beautiful whip punish there, and the great use of the trait by Dragon to kind of clean that up. Now, for those of you who don't know, what Aquaman's trait does, it gets him out of combos as long as his feet are still on the ground.
And even better poise from Dragon there. Could have easily been big-time trouble. However, just slipped out, blocked, waited for his opportunity. And here's that Trident Rush once again, chipping away at the health of Semiij. Great recognition on the stagger string from Dragon. That quick 6-frame down poke from Aquaman.
Oh, and look at that, the spacing. Just perfectly whiff punishing Semiij there. That forward 2 is still great. This character's still amazing. As long as you have the fundamentals and the reactions, you can really go far.
Talking about fundamentals and reactions there. Great spacing on that meter burn back 3 attempt from Dragon, forcing the whiff. An easy punish. And Semiij is now off of his clash. Any damage is just going to be free to Dragon should he complete the combos.
And Semiij, very good block confirmed there. Seeing that it blocked and dashing out of danger. Getting away from Aquaman.
All right, more try to rush. Dragon still poised, not trying to force his way in. No errant jumps or dashes or buttons thrown. 1 step at a time. Chases her down as we get towards the corner. Whew.
Ready to yield?
I can't be tamed.
Okay, Selena, talk to me.
I definitely don't think Semiij is going to be tamed here. It looks like this set is all his. All he needs is 1 more good hit on Dragon, and he's going to be sending him to losers.
And wait a minute, let's not get carried away just yet. Dragon with the combo now. Semiij has to fight with it, jumps over, looking for chip damage in this position now. Plus strings. Dragon with the challenge now. Trident Rush, yes, meter burn. One combo will get the job done on either end. However, Dragon has no meter, forced to deal with this meeting situation, and Semiij misses.
And of course, the meter burn back. 3 Semiij closing it out. 3-0 over Dragon. What a tall order to fill there, knocking the EVO champion into losers.
I mean, that definitely shakes up the entirety of the tournament. When it comes to the losers bracket, it is now do or die, and anyone who wants to win this tournament will have to go through Dragon at one point or another. The young kid from Delaware. Not a smile on his face right now. Things aren't happy as we get to the kid who always has a smile on his face, hugging you in victory or defeat. It is SonicFox. He's going to be going up against his teammate as well, Scar, who, in my opinion, Scar's been playing at an absolute pace and level above anyone this weekend. Digging deep now, coming fresh off of a collection of top 6 teams, not able to break into the top 8 just yet. Scar breaking through now with that tried and true Supergirl patented, making it work, getting the job done. Fresh off the new buffs, you know, some damage here and there.
Of course, some damage. You're going to call this some damage?
Yeah, I'm a very reasonable man.
Okay, I'm clearly not. I'm just crazy.
It's okay.
But no, Scar really, honestly, all jokes aside, Scar has impressed me more than anyone. Just a very improved player from the last time I've seen him get up on the stage. You know, he's just never really had that big win, like you said, that big breakthrough in the top 8. And here he is on the winner side of top 8, pretty much solidifying at least 5th place. If he loses here and loses the next one, he's going to go home in 5th place. But that's not enough for Scar. He's made it this far. And if he does get through SonicFox, which is really, really tough to do.
Yeah, massive implications on the IPS points here. Scar, a man who was 15th before the day ended, where there's a bevy of guys collecting, fighting for that last spot. We saw Silver Ride get 9th, inching even closer. Over across the Atlantic Ocean, a Foxy Grandpa coming up, getting even more points. He will be a past Scar as well. Madsen fighting his way through the brackets on the bottom. Illusions in that same group, who is also in this top 8. Then you have Gross, Nutcakes. It's going to be a scramble for those last few spots, and Scar looking to keep his destiny in his own hands and solidify his spot even further here. Going up against Sonic, like you said, guaranteed at least 5th. Yep. Man, the point values grow so much the closer you get to first place.
That's definitely a big scramble here. Everyone wants those points. Everyone wants to qualify. And here we go, Scar and SonicFox going toe-to-toe. And a beautiful whip punish there. Back threes him. And now he's in the corner. This is the roulette table here. Where's the mix-up going to be? Where's Supergirl going to leave you? On the ground.
Now, unblockable, interactable. Here's the skull. I don't know if Captain Cold came for the exhibit, but he got a walk-in tour. Either way it goes. Kara slowing down. There's the wall. Pushes him out. And SonicFox with that level 2 active, ready to place that snow globe on the screen and kind of rock her world. But Scar disallowing any movement as he continues this onslaught into the corner. We go for the drop.
A huge drop there, and unfortunately Scar used all his, it looked like he was relying on that trade to do the chipping out, and he was hoping, betting the bank, that was going to work, that was going to be enough to chip SonicFox out, and SonicFox turns it around. Let's see how far he can take this pixel.
Big situation now. Supergirl has access to her eye laser traits, which are extremely fast and right on cue. Of course, Scar wasting no time to get that magic pixel out of there, but in a terrible position. Back to the wall with the level 2 trait active. Oh, a nice challenge. Air dashes towards the corner. SonicFox with the trait shot, trying to keep Scar locked down. And there's the level 2. The snow globe is active. Supergirl's going to be stuck in. Meter burn rolls out, but comboed right back into it. And this is going to equal in a freeze. Charges up level 2 for the sake of letting go of the damage is SonicFox. And Scar reacting to the mix-ups here quite well.
Oh, Scar trying to go anywhere. You don't want to backdash in the corner. You have nowhere to go.
And that was the extremely dirty stuff. That Death Sickle, that ice block coming from the skies is an overhead attack. SonicFox mixing it up using Captain Cole's down light attack, which is a low. Having to switch between low overhead and low blocking once again back and forth. SonicFox with the mix-ups, and this is going to be enough to get the job done.
That is it. In that snow globe, you do slow down. All your moves slow down, and there's just so much more combo potential for Captain Cold. Not only that, if you stay in that globe in a long enough time, you will freeze, and that's a free trait recharge for SonicFox and a free combo. And here we go, Scar starting it off great, getting hit by that wake-up wall.
Wow, and a great conversion, just the tip of the wall, enough to keep Supergirl's gravity very low. 450 damage into the snow globe setup, and he's just going to stand in there and charge up in protection.
And great jump there by Scar at the end, knowing that he just needed to get out of the snow globe for 1 second in order not to freeze, but it just wasn't enough. SonicFox totally content with taking that.
Yeah, another part of the trait, if you notice, as Captain Cold's gun reaches higher levels, his projectiles do also become faster. So those straight shots, not quite the same reaction. You have to hold on just a little bit more. And into the setup, what's it going to be? Shot to the face, crosses up, very dirty. My man, you are frozen, and you will not leave this area. Here's the Death Sickle setup, and Scar's in big-time trouble here in the second game.
And great use there by SonicFox with a back three to back three, leaving it unclashable. Looking for just that one straight hit. Scar looking really bad right now.
And here's the snow globe. It's going to slow Kara down. Scar with no option but to try to jump away, and an easy anti-air reaction as SonicFox builds the wall and puts a damper on Scar's advancement, now down 0-2.
I want to see someone put a damper on that smile there. I want to see SonicFox fall.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
He's just, I mean, you really can't blame him. He's really put in the work with this character, really showing everyone who's doubted this character that there's so much potential here. You just really got to know how to lab it up. You really got to know certain situations, and you have to know the rest of the cast's options when they're in that snow globe. You know, how to keep someone in. What's somebody's reaction when they're in the snow globe? Are they going to roll out? Are they going to backdash out? And Scar getting that first hit and awarded that juicy meter.
We're taking his time now. Is SonicFox charging up that trait piece by piece. He's going to eat a laser for his troubles, but not a big deal. Okay with taking damage, as the reward for having level 2 is infinitely bigger as the coolest throw animation in the game.
You said coolest?
I did, didn't I?
You said coolest.
Yeah, life is hard. All right, just like defending this pressure in the corner. Wow, the footsies right outside of the range of that counter poke from Scar as he gets opened up, and SonicFox dropping the combo. However, denying the wake up, and just like that, 10 seconds of, I almost said it again.
A great anti-delay wake-up setup there by SonicFox. That icicle coming down, very hard to time, and your wake-up attack isn't going to get you out of it.
All right, here's it into the loop. Supergirl taking Captain Cold for an aerial ride into the setup now. Sonic just playing the defensive game, looking to block the mix-up, not challenging, but right on cue. Tries to interrupt into that string, gets launched. And, Scar's pressure right now, extremely impressive. Sonic caught pressing buttons, looking for an escape, and just as quick as Scar lost his first health bar, he returned the favor to Sonic with the corner pressure of his own.
Yeah, no, Scar is definitely very familiar with this, very familiar with the situation. Supergirl, just like Superman, loves keeping their opponent in the corner. You know, it's all about whiff punishes. It's all about those great advancing normals.
Yeah, Kryptonians in their oppression, always trying to run something. Low into the overhead. Here's the grab once again. Woo!
The coolest grab?
Absolutely.
That's coolest grab. Oh, here comes the icicle. Barely hit him. How did that hitbox reach him? There's no way Scar believes it did. And SonicFox.
And Scar's in big time trouble. He can't attack as this ice protective shock is on him. He's going to hurt himself. There's the mix up. But wait a minute. Scar betting it all on the last pixel. And Sonic wants to stop this momentum right now.
Very good call by SonicFox. Starting the momentum, using 3 bars to get 30% back. And now he's got Scar a little bit farther back, farther away, where he has options.
And Scar has to stay on SonicFox. I was about to say he can't let him activate that. And a bad laser trades with the shot, and SonicFox with a smile as the ultimate defensive wall, where if you're attacked, you damage your opponent. Seals the victory. Both swift 3-0s from the men in the team kill. That sets up SonicFox versus Semiij, the rematch from EVO, where Semiij eliminated Sonic. Let's move.
That was with pre-patch Catwoman, though. So let's see how much Semiij has learned.
Does it really make a difference?
Does it?
It was also pre-patch Semiij, and he's godlike. So speaking of Semiij, we're going to take a look at this replay here. Here in Game 2 against Dragon, opens up with the offense. 1 bar. Let's go to the corner right quick. Here's the optimal stuff. Hard knockdown from that whip. And super ambiguous Dragon, not sure which direction to block in. And just like that, 1 sequence, 2 combos, and Dragon's out of over 700
And look at that, it all came because of that desperate grab by Dragon to go for that unblockable, interactable. And Semiij knew it. You know, he knew that the most obvious option was coming. You know, I wish Dragon almost faked it, but look at all that damage he got, all that setup.
Ow, 2 3-0s back-to-back. These guys not playing as the winners finals.
Way.
Clearly another matchup of the Titans. As we head over to the loser side, it is going to be HoneyBee, the young man from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, going up against Illusions, hailing all the way from Seattle, Washington, cross-country, cross-continent, I should say. You know, because we're all gathered in North America, but HoneyBee is Canadian, so let's put some respect on that flag. Trudeau, don't hate me, I love you too. And yeah, the smooth man with the young moves, Illusions, using that green arrow and that Batman to make his way to the top 8, and HoneyBee, no question, flash all the way through and through. Going to see a bit of a matchup that we're not quite used to. It's the beautiful thing here with the patch and the variety in this game so far. A lot of loyalists and guys who simply pour their heart into the characters they resonate with. And here we go. Crowd getting hype. Actually, more cheers for Illusions in the building. Are we sure?
I mean, I think so. HoneyBee, look, he just got second at Evo. I think it's safe to say Illusions is the underdog.
My Earth's Flash would like a word. I can imagine what that word is. I'd tell you, but this is a family show.
Oh, watch yourself. A little slick talk there from Ali as we get into the button check, and they actually let the intros rock. So big respect. That may be the last one you see.
Possibly. I love all Green Arrow's quotes here. He's so funny throughout the game. All the dialogue, the Clash quotes, the intros. Here we go. Buttons are checked. This is serious business here because whoever loses here is out of the
Got an arrow with your
tournament.
name on it. My whole name or just Barry? I have an arrow just for you. Begin.
Arrow just for HoneyBee.
All right, and jumps over the running man stance. HoneyBee committing to the entirety of the string. Looking for the wake up. A bit wild right now with buttons being pressed everywhere. And great recognition. Illusions going for that Savage Blast to put some space in between them. Now, when Flash activates the Speed Force, he cannot block while in that situation. So the splash damage from that mildly explosive arrow allowed Illusions the space he needed to escape and reset that neutral.
I mean, that splash is so huge. It's really hard to avoid it. Illusions starting his corner oppression here. HoneyBee trying to find his way out. Running man stance, charges out, throws the interactable. That is unblockable. And Illusions just trying to get out of there, trying to get away from HoneyBee. Throwing arrows, waking up, doing everything he can.
All right, and sliding after his Illusions, keeping his movement, not standing in one spot at all. And HoneyBee finally gets the chase down, but no continuation on the combo.
And I think HoneyBee knows that in this matchup, he needs to just, I mean, in all Flash matchups, Flash needs to do something. He has very limited full screen options there. And unfortunately for HoneyBee, he got hit by that fire arrow kind of at the end of his shake. Not sure if he didn't hold it long enough, but.
Oh, and the overhead arrow from Illusions to the background bounce. Yes, Brainiac is going to tickle him with the tentacles to see if he's worth collecting. And Illusions right now putting on a clinic, working HoneyBee.
Here we go. Flash just needs one hit and he can take your entire bar. That's mainly because he's going to be doing so much damage and putting you in a very ambiguous setup. Illusions trying to jump out, trying to do anything of block. Those were just mids.
Yeah, and Illusions looking for the wake up there, but the meaty's on point. Arrows are loaded. Savage Blast is active. Illusion sitting on a full bar. He could go for a super here. What will it be? No clash from HoneyBee. He's going to keep his health now. One hit away from a confirming the super. HoneyBee also sitting on a full stock of Vita.
I think HoneyBee needs to get into that super territory. That's what he's desperately going for right now.
And the big punch arrow meter burn from Illusions. A big duff. Huge chunk of damage if it hits you. Huge chunk on block. And Ali showing off his archery skills with the shot through that fresh arrow. So slick. How does he have such a watery, juicy apple in his pocket this whole time?
This whole time. He was just that good. That victory is that.
Yo, what a god.
Why is HoneyBee going for that right out the gate? I think he should have learned that in that first match, that Green Arrow has a fast enough option to stop the Flash.
And stop the Flash with that bow to the face is Illusions. Electric Arrow gets the conversion. More hits done.
Very flashy stuff here by Illusions. And HoneyBee finds his way in. Keep it going, and Illusions with a great tech roll right there. Getting away from HoneyBee. Holding on to these arrows.
And such patience from Illusions. Using the right arrows for the right situation. Keeping the Flash out as much as possible. Great anti-air. The wake up from HoneyBee blocked, but no punish. Instead gets checked with the poke.
That's a big drop by Illusions. That should have been the bar. Very close to it. Again, HoneyBee. Illusions is going to do it every single time. There's no way you can get through it. You need to save that trait for when you finally get your hands on him.
And there's the knockdown. HoneyBee in control. Here's the running man stance cancel. Push block into the meter burn roll. The great defensive combo special if you're locked down in the corner with 2 bars ready to access, but HoneyBee chases him down. Tails Illusions. Stop running from me, young man. To the corner we go. Big boy damage coming up. What's the setup?
Oh, goes in for the jump in. A great blocks by Illusion. He does get opened up there by HoneyBee. A little too slow for the hit confirm. Illusions, look at that great the side switch there with the combo.
And there's a full combo now, putting a bunch of arrows. All of them have Barry's name on it currently. And Illusions is mixing well in the corner. The Savage Blast. Will HoneyBee be able to find an escape? Stop it. Stop it.
Meter burn air down arrow does so much damage.
4 arrows at a time. He only needs one of them to connect in that situation. Looking for the left-right cross-up. Keeps it in front. And Illusions forcing HoneyBee off of the flash into Supergirl. If this isn't control, I don't know what is.
I mean, HoneyBee, I've never seen him to the point where he's had a switch, except for in Grand Finals against Aquaman, against Dragon.
Long story short, I died.
Who killed you?
Your cousin did, Kara. Begin.
And the friendliest intro line I've seen so far, having a regular conversation before they look to murder each other here in Metropolis.
They're just sparring, guys. They're just sparring.
All right, and sparring. Not quite the word HoneyBee's looking for. He wants to destroy Illusions and run it back. He is on his last leg here at Summer Jam, down 2-0 and locked into Kara.
Yeah, no, and Illusions is a player that is very familiar with a whole slew of characters. So Illusions will have the freedom to pick a different character if he loses this match. And HoneyBee is looking okay right now. You know, in control still, but getting opened up by Illusions, flipping out right in front of him, perfectly timed with Illusions back 3 in order not to get punished. Goes for the overhead teleport, connects.
Yeah, great reaction from HoneyBee there on that jumping arrow. Not quite sure if that was a punish or not. Either way, Illusions not blocking his head, punished by that fist. And the lasers to challenge the arrows. What a great switch here for HoneyBee, working in his favor so far, playing a more defensive strategy now, taking his time and the meter burn roll to escape possible corner lockdown.
I think HoneyBee was just tired of not having full screen options, and Kara and Supergirl definitely has all of them. She has the teleport, she has the air lasers, and she has the walking laser.
All right, into the loop here. We've seen this before. However, will HoneyBee end it?
Oh, that's a big drop there. HoneyBee leaving damage on the table, and Illusions, of course, with the side switch here. Kara's now in the corner, nowhere to back up into, and a great down one, but doesn't go into the breath. Somehow catches Illusions pressing buttons.
Yeah, the third time is the charm for HoneyBee. Those 3 down pokes, commits to the ice breath, freezes him, and Illusions off of his clash. Now, different mindset. Has the air dash to chase and enough chip damage on that Hurricane Bow. Spinning that life bar to depletion is Illusions.
Yeah, no, Illusions is definitely in there. He's not going to go down to a secondary Supergirl here, especially not HoneyBee's.
A little too much juggle there. Whiffs out, but nice punish on the down 2. And the meter burn pounce canceled from Illusions for the mix-up. 300 damage and enough to load his fire arrows now. And Kara chasing him down. Here's the air dash. Free jump in. Float cancels. Great blocks from Illusions.
Illusions trying to use that interactable to I believe so, to just jump away from Kara, to jump away from HoneyBee.
And this is going down to the wire now. Trades. No. Illusions recovers in time from the fire arrow. Stops his track short. Looking for anything. One freeze with equal death and unclashable damage. But now HoneyBee in big time trouble. Fire arrows loaded. Here's the desperation teleport. But Illusions allows a chance for a clash.
That is a very, very desperate teleport. And HoneyBee forced to use his 2 bars. And because he only won by 1, he only gets 15% back.
He does not have meter to combo. He would need that background bounce to help him desperately, as Supergirl won't have the chance to build a bar. He will die. 1 will do it. Here's the Boxing Glove arrow, and just like that, great block from Illusion. You can see the pop off in the crowd from Grills, and Illusions 3-0 over HoneyBee as the onslaught in top 8 continues.
That was classic. That was a classic bait there by Illusions, pulling out the boxing glove arrow and then canceling it. And HoneyBee was so sure that was going to work, so sure that his reactions were there ready, and Illusions just baited him like a fish.
Oh, man. Well, this lines up Theo and Grr.
Theo and Grr, this is definitely going to be Bane. This is definitely going to be Bane versus Superman. And, you know, I feel like Grr's got a good shot here. He has a lot of match experience in this.
Sure.
Playing KDZ Superman a lot. And he did have to beat KDZ Superman to make it out of his pool. It was a very close set. So if anyone missed it, make sure you check it out. And, you know, Theo's definitely a really good Superman. And I want to say...
I was about to say, you know, with all due respect to KDZ, we are talking about the king
I mean, I think
of Krypton as we get into this replay from Game 1 here. Illusions putting in the work. Great wake up there into the side switch. And just oppression, man. HoneyBee not able to escape or get anything going in those sequences with the flash. And the green arrow train continues. Putting in the work is Illusions. We saw the rise of Yamini last at Vianality, and here Illusions is continuing the belief and putting on the work. Young Ali, just as good as anybody, man, handling his own in top 8, making it look, you know, kind of like this is, you know, just doing his job.
I mean, there's really no green arrow out there just like that. I mean, Illusions on point. Illusions, I feel like he's never, ever limited himself there with just one character. He is very familiar with everyone else. He is familiar with Batman, you know, not a stranger to counterpicking. And it's very, very important to do that in this game because you just got to keep going. You have to figure out what's going on. And, you know, this game I feel is more counterpick heavy than most other fighting games.
Sure.
What do you think?
And when you say counterpick, it doesn't seem like there's so much blatant, this matchup is free.
Oh, yeah.
It's more of a, you should probably have a stable of characters just because certain situations might give you a little bit more trouble than you're used to or what you want to deal with. And all of these guys on the stage all play multiple characters. There's no secret there. Semiij doing most of the work with Catwoman. However, he will go into the pocket and pull out half the cast. We've seen SonicFox use Captain Cold.
Oh, yeah.
And just win. You know, it is what it is. Scar jumping between Supergirls and all of these characters. It's a fine art that at the highest level you should be doing exactly what it takes to win. And make no mistake, we'll definitely see it from these two gentlemen up in the crowd as Theo and Grr lineup, and we get things situated. But talking about character variety, I mean, we saw a slew of everything. We've seen Robin in the top 16s, you know, with Hayate. And we saw Silver Eye and Batman. We saw Rio playing Dr. Fate, Brainiac, just so crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You should do your homework for sure, lab everything, and watch the footage here as the Captain Cold set up that instant jump one, knocking Scar into the globe. And at this situation, whether or not you block that cross up, you are going to be locked into this setup. This is inescapable. Hold that.
Yeah, right here. Speaking of labbing it up, this is definitely where SonicFox gets most of his ideas. It's just, you know, putting certain characters in all kinds of different situations and seeing like, okay, if I was my opponent, how could I get out of this? And if I decide to do this, how do I stop that? And look at there, SonicFox going for the unclashable stuff at the end and just keeping Scar down and not letting him move, knocking him into losers, where Scar will have to face the winner of this next match, the winner of Grr versus Theo.
Grr, the local as it gets hero here with the entire New York behind his back, making his way up through it. Like we said before, breaking backs Bane, as we saw the great other Canadian hero Biohazard take down versus fighting earlier in the day. Shout outs to that young man moving up the Pro Series leaderboards and capturing that major. That man, you always knew how good he was, and he took one home today, and it was just a great thing to do. As everyone with us here in the chat, it's been an amazing day for Injustice 2 and the esports thing. We started over in Birmingham, went through. Congratulations to all the Hometown Heroes finalists representing every region, and here to cap off the night at Summer Jam 11. Just a roller coaster ride up and down from all different parts of the world. And here we are, Bane looking to break backs, and Theo, the defensive god, the unbreakable wall. Superman himself looking to impose his will and put a lockdown on the rest of the Summer Jam competition, one game at a time.
One game at a time. And now what you guys are going to be looking out for in this matchup, because Superman's trait gives him armor-breaking abilities, when Superman's traded up, when he's glowing red, Bane will not be able to armor through his normal attack. So Grr really has to pick his time wisely when he's going to be venoming up, because there's no reason to venom up if Superman can break armor with any normal. He can break armor with down one as long as he's traded up.
Can we talk about the tail end of that button check where Grr just kind of slapped him 3 times? Do you think that was
He was just making sure he was frame perfect, that's all.
Well, I'll tell you what's frame perfect. That ragdoll toss right into the corner. Theo with that wake up rising grab to escape the interactable and the laser back into the corner.
Oh, Grr looking for the full screen charge. Theo, a little too smart for a move like that.
All right, now Bane is in debuff after utilizing his Venom stacks. There is a period of time where he has to recharge. His movement becomes slower. He inflicts less damage and takes more damage. So management of his trait, such an important attribute for Bane players, as Theo is putting on a punishment in the corner. 400 damage and the escape.
Here we go. Grr getting something going, and because it's level 3 Venom, it barely ran out. If he had been there just a second earlier, this would have been his bar to take, but Grr not too far behind here.
Yeah, talking about that delay, he dashes right into it in a great meter burn roll, using the invincibility to go through that ground laser from Superman. The down 2 connecting into the command grab, that Bane bomb, planting Superman into the depths of Atlantis.
And that great on-point punish by Theo, seeing that the overhead elbow drop missed.
And this is big trouble. How does it feel when Superman's going red? Don't you tell the people about that?
It doesn't feel great. Not at all. Grr using 1 bar, getting 15% back, betting that Theo wouldn't bet anything. Here we go. Venom is up, and because he wasn't in Venom when the clash started, he wasn't forced to go back into debuff. So that's why he decided to use it right then and there.
And look at this patience, Grr trying to walk it down, getting close. Life extremely momentum shift right now, and the bait on the throw, late meter burn back 3, and that trait damage from Superman. So much more, but now Theo could be in big time trouble. He's in the corner a little too early. Wakes up again. It's Theo finding so much success from wake-up attacks.
I mean, that's what you got to do against Bane. The worst thing you could do is not wake up against Bane. You're just there, prone to command grab after command grab, letting him do whatever he wants. You know, it is an option. You know, people complain about the armor, but it is an option. You have to figure out what to do.
And look at Grr, he's going into deep contemplation mode, just closing his eyes thinking about it. Back to the character select screen. He's going to stay Bane. Respect the decision, he was definitely in there. Just a few things. Both of those charges are going to get jumped over, air dash and laser punish for free by Theo. He's simply waiting. If you throw something at him, he's happy to take it gladly. But this time Theo opening up offensively, canceling into the trait, Superman's trait, allowing him to break armor. So Bane wants to watch it on that Venom.
And the whiff punish there by Theo, waiting for that standing 1, baiting him to do anything. Again, the senseless charge there. I don't like it by Grr. Just like you said before, Theo's a little too smart for that. The down 2, there we go. The anti-air knocking down Theo, but dropping the combo, letting him scoop out of there, scoop out of the corner.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. Grr kind of missing it in debuff now. This combo is going to do enhanced damage, and 390 for Theo. Here's the heat zap, trying to play the zoning game. At this pace, chip damage will do, and the Superman punch, is the move of choice to get the job done.
No, it's definitely a great wake-up, and look, Superman has so much depth to his wake-up game. He's got the Superman punch, the rising grab. Oh, here we go, Grr.
A great read now, planting with the Bane bomb. That cape going into the grates here at the bottom of the Red Sun prison.
I feel like Grr didn't think he'd spend the meter, and a horrible miss of that whiff punish there. Grr is not on point right now.
And it's going to whiff the entirety of the string. Easy punish for Theo, and Grr forced to clash right away.
Both men decide to use 1 bar, no health regain, and no damage dealt.
The unblockable interactable coming out, and again, Grr dashing the recovery, getting 8 alive by the forward 2 from Theo into the corner. Oppression now, and that's like that easy bait. Jump 2 into the dive bomb. That conversion making Theo look like he is 20 steps ahead. And Grr, once again, doubting himself, shaking that head. He's made it this far, wants to be composed. Back to the character select screen as we hear the silence from the in-game audio.
Superman.
And the silence in Grr's head. Maybe that voice can help him find a way, but currently he looks like a defeated man.
Everyone's screaming no about Deadshot. Everyone wants to see Bane, and Grr is usually one to tend to hear out the audience. He really cares what everyone thinks.
Absolutely. Thinking about it and committing to Bane is Grr, trying to recreate the close playing from that first game, and there you go, right on point. Grr looking to armor through the trait advantage, but Superman's trait breaking his armor instead. Fights back, Venom's up, Theo is without trait. He's gonna have to deal with this pressure, and a whiff on the elbow.
And look at that matchup knowledge there. Theo knows that he doesn't have to rush the timing, just calmly walk in and punish perfectly.
Recovery for days.
Looks like Grr was looking for a wake-up attack there. Theo not giving it to him. Theo is definitely a Superman that's more patient and more okay with just sitting there and blocking. I feel like he'll backdash way more than he'll wake-up attack.
Grr looking for the whip punish in that situation. A little late. Not sure what he was looking for there with the throw attempt. That's Superman damage. 505 hits. 100 damage per hit, and Grr now playing a little bit more aggressive, chasing him down. Here's the bounce cancel into the level 3 Venom.
No, he drops the combo, drops the bounce cancel there, looking for the tusk to connect, and it doesn't.
Yeah, and the elephant in the background crying as his tusk wasn't put to great use. You poached me for no reason. Put me as taxidermy, and now you're going to die for it, as the animal rights guys are in Superman's favor. But Bane trying to find a way on his last limbs. Man, this seems so rough for Bane to get in.
Yeah, no, definitely, and that trait does not help. Trait going right through your main mechanic here, your main mechanic of armor. No tick throw there from the down 2. Grr trying to get Theo. I feel like he's trying to get Theo to get overzealous, to get over aggressive, and Theo's just not going to do that.
You are starting to crack. That's just my knuckles.
Wow, and just like that, what a Clash quote. If it was turned the other way around, Superman saying that the Bane, it definitely fit the real life situation here. And this is going to be close. Maybe it doesn't need Meter to extend this, but the scoop into the punch, and only the realest of real masters won't even let me finish the sentence. As Theo, another 3-0. This tournament is full of death in the top 8 and a bunch of men playing no games. So,
Yeah.
stick with us. We're going to take a quick break and try to talk these men into not getting 3-0'd. Keep it locked right here. Summer Jam 11, IPS Pro Tour 2017. And welcome back to Summer Jam 11 here, IPS 2017 now. It's going to be Illusions against Dragon, right? And everybody's ready to see more of this Green Arrow godlike stuff, but they even look better in the gear. And if you purchase the tournament shaders using those source crystals, you directly can help support esports and the community events. Warner Brothers and NetherRealm giving back to the people who support them, us, and you at home. So not only is the gear godlike, but you can help young men like Illusions move on and support Kim indirectly as he's making his way through this tournament, and others, who is also a current IPS finalist.
And here we go. Illusion's going to be going up against his teammate Dragon. So you guys can see both rocking those beautiful yellow jerseys
now, to
there.
finish it off, you want to see Green Arrow, but what if we told you we had another character you aren't quite used to seeing Illusions on the screen? It is going to be Cyborg. Victor Stone in the building here, going up against Black Adam. Grapples away immediately to get things started. There's the cancel. Dragon with the challenge. Straight into the throw.
There we go. Dragon chucking him closer to the corner, throwing those interactables at him. And the mother box is out. The amazing thing about it is that it doesn't go away even if Cyborg gets hit. And look at that timing there by Dragon, avoiding it perfectly, continuing his combo. That's matchup knowledge right there.
Well, right now, Dragon knows a thing or two about the spacing, the timing, and the escape. And Illusion's going to punch the win button. Dragon very dominating first round. Not sure what the plan is, but again, one game at a time.
Illusion trying to get some space here, but then he decides to go in, and Dragon gives him a foot dive of his own.
And Dragon trying to dash his way in. That's very risky. Illusion should be looking for it soon. Grapples away to escape. Meter burns it.
And a push block there. Didn't want to take that last orb there. Wants to buy some space with the use of one bar.
And great trade in Illusion's favor there as he doesn't get his combo. He's going to have the clash here. It's hard. He's trying to get his zoning going, but Dragon's making fantastic approach with each Nova Blast from the air. Biding his time. There's a dive kick over. Nice punish. Doesn't get much of down one.
Great punish there, and here comes the mother box setup. Great blocks by Dragon, being very, very patient. Illusion, again, buying his time, waiting for the mother box to come back so he can resummon it.
Take a seat, young man. Here's the clock string. Cyborg reaching for the toilet, not sure if gods use those. He kind of probably flies and does his urinal thing in the skies, but Dragon going up 1-0, and the Cyborg dream may be dead as quick as it started.
We didn't even have a chance to scream booyah. I'm very upset. He went straight into this character select. There's no way he wanted anything to do with a rematch. But hopefully he can continue to let us root on the underdog here.
And we've seen this a lot this weekend. A bunch of guys playing their non-mains, kind of getting destroyed that first game, and then bringing back clutch sets. And we look at it and you think, did he throw it away? Did he put himself in an unnecessary hole? Doesn't necessarily matter or not, good for discussion, but Illusion's going back to Green Arrow now and already looking a bit more comfortable as Dragon takes the life lead.
All right, and the down one, Palpatine keeps Illusions there, and Illusion slides out. Dragon continuing his pressure, and Illusions finds his way out with that meter burn roll.
All right, here's the jump in now, the Savage Blast. Looking for the dive kick, great trade. Could have been big time trouble there. Loads the ice arrow, and he's putting the fear into Dragon's face as he stands there and watches. Gets opened up from the overhead, full combo damage.
Look at all that damage, meterless stuff there, just because he had the corner. Great awareness there by Illusions.
Oh, and what a punish on a dive kick. 3 arrows to the head, not even the knee, straight to the dome, and Illusions now looking like this godlike man we saw in the first round of losers against HoneyBee.
Oh, Dragon dashing over to the other side, keeping Illusions in the corner. This is where you want to keep your opponent. Your opponent has no room to move back, and you're really in control when it comes to spacing, when it comes to footsies. Pretty much in any fighting game.
Well, talking about footsies and space control, Black Adam plays a lot of that in the air with those dive kicks and that floaty jump, looking to pick some movement out to open you up. Does so successfully. Illusions now without a clash, and with that arrow out and active, Green Arrow cannot block. So, great dive kick to go over the arc from that ice arrow.
Yeah, no, you really have to kind of switch that flip in your mind. You know, as soon as you see that arrow loaded up, you can hit him if you're close enough, and if you can beat his arrow.
Right, waiting now, the meter burn roll. Great stuff from Illusions. Into the corner we go. Loads it up. What's the arrow of choice? Fire.
And look at this choice here. Because Illusions did such a great job of managing his meter throughout this entire match, he took away that option from Dragon to clash, and Dragon's just like, I have to eat this combo, and I have to eat this horrible situation.
And look at the change and the success. Just like that, Illusions takes that game, and we know he was afraid of Aquaman at the beginning, but by picking Cyborg the first time, he gives Dragon the advantage in the counter pick game. So here we go, Aquaman's on the screen now, Illusions booing to the crowd, putting a thumbs down up.
Is Aquaman still supposed to be getting boos? Is he? I thought he was normalized.
It may be a matchup-specific thing here. Illusion simply doesn't want to deal with. However, there's a punish on the tentacle strike, close enough, that slide reaching, getting the knockdown. Loads up the arrows, chip damage now, Peace. Walking forward, here's the punish. And just like that, the Water of Life coming in handy. Illusions getting punished himself for punishing Aquaman. But right back at you. Here's the beauty of interactables, allowing Illusions a chance to escape.
And look at that. Dragon getting opened up there. Very unlike him. This man has one of the best defense options that I've ever seen.
Arrow to the faces. Illusions jumps back now. Dragon, with the life deficit, has to chase Illusions down right where he wants him, but the Trident Rush, as the screams from the crowd drown in. On hit, on block.
It's okay. It's all been normalized here. Illusions about to take that first bar, proving everyone wrong about this matchup.
And what a read there. Looking for the chip damage with the fire arrow. Dragon trying to jump out and survive on that magic pixel, but no. The air-to-air arrow archery, man, it's just a hobby for Arrow. It's just a hobby.
I think it's a little bit more than that.
Maybe.
It's definitely not just a hobby for Illusions. Illusions always on point. Those arrows do not miss.
All right, taking his time now. One fire arrow. Trying to look for the hit advantage or the spacing to load up another batch. Does so successfully, is looking to trade.
I think he wants to take those trades. I think he's doing a little bit more damage than those tentacle strikes.
He is. And back-to-back now, it's getting closer. Air-to-air jump arrow. Great aerial attacks. Here's the plus frames on the slide. And right now, Illusions in control, forcing Dragon to block. Fantastic sequence for Illusions. Back to the corner. What's the mind game? 3 bars apiece.
3 bars apiece. I think that's a good call on Illusions, trying to just not let Dragon take anything. And Dragon thought he wasn't going to bet anything at all.
And did you see the up-down shimmy from Illusions there? Forcing Dragon to jump, maybe looking for an aerial, but clips the legs with that fire arrow. Illusions in control now. Any chip damage, it's all adding up.
And somehow was able to block there. Dragon with the perfectly timed jump in just wasn't fast enough, and that's a huge punish there.
Yeah, big time risk too, but Illusions, knowing he had his clash handy, strategically, gives it up to gain the chip damage. One more string into that Hurricane Bow will be enough to do the job, but he may not need to get close as the arrow is loaded. The overhead, one more. Dragon cannot take any chip and dashes into an arrow. Illusions, 2 games straight with green arrow.
Dragon down to his last pick. He can switch over. Now Dragon has been he has played Poison Ivy a lot before he switched over to Aquaman, you know, to full main Aquaman that won him Evo. He was an amazing Poison Ivy player, and I know Poison Ivy got a few buffs here and there, but Dragon going right back to Black Adam. Illusion was in control those last 2 matches completely, especially towards the end.
This is so unreal. Dragon said, I've had enough of your semantics. I am going to come out with this forward one and punish you right away. 400 damage.
Dragon a little slow there in the punish, and I feel like Black Adam's down 1 should be able to get through that meter burn option that is in the bow spin. And the fire arrow knocking him down in the corner. Illusion's in control here. Savage blasting his way out, looking for that dive kick.
Dude, what a punish. You take all the damage you can get, and right now Dragon on the offensive.
And look at that, they're catching Illusion doing something, and he just whiffed out that wake up so perfectly. Dragon is not going down without a fight.
Not at all. Those were 3 very small combos, but when you add it all up, you're talking at 400 damage collectively. Jumping in now is Illusions, trying to be more offensive in the shimmy in his face. Beautiful stuff.
Oh, it looks like Illusions was looking for the background bounce there, but a slight miscalculation.
And great interruption on the down 1 into the Palpatine, as you love to call it. Into the corner, here's the mix-up. Savage Blast, looking for chip damage setups now, plus frames. And what a great read from Dragon. Tried to get the most instant air of dive kicks, but Illusions recovering in time, able to block.
I thought that was very risky by Illusions there to challenge that meter burn dive kick, but it was the right call there.
Right, great trade working in Dragon's favor. And again, blowing up the wake up.
This surprises you.
flash codes are amazing. Shout out to the WV game. Shout out to the NRS.
Fire arrows active. There's the dive. He just a little bit short and great spacing on that whiff punish from Illusions. To the corner we go now. Savage blasts. Fire arrow jumps in, no time to load anything up. Regular arrows, simply looking for the mix-ups of the old school variety. Overhead low, pressure up, denial of exit. This is lockdown damage in the corner. Illusions not allowing Dragon to escape. Plus frames, no mercy, no escape. And Illusions is one hit away from advancing here in the loser side.
Oh, don't count Dragon out just yet. Look at this damage. He was normalized, but he still hurts. Keeping this going, the hard knockdown, baiting it out, but somehow.
A minute. And karma, it comes back for you. I have to take you back a week to Vianality. Dragon versus Theo, the double attack. The down two, classic with the jump two, crazy hitbox, right back at you. The Hurricane Bow hitting from the other side as we go back into the second game. The first game with Green Arrow from Illusions. Look at this corner damage. Not the most, but keeps you in setup potential, and Illusions a warden of the corner, putting Black Adam into that prison he was not able to escape from. And just like that, Illusions 3 straight games. Now, it wasn't a 3-0.
Definitely
But
wasn't a 3-0.
in the terms of streaks and how this tournament has been going with the Green Arrow, it was 3 straight.
Oh, yeah. No, it definitely was. I mean, you know, he gave it a shot with Cyborg. I know these guys definitely play a lot online together.
sure.
They're training partners, they're teammates. And, you know, maybe Illusions was just trying to show something off. But when you see that first match, you really see that Dragon knew so many matchup-specific things. So he was definitely familiar with it. Didn't catch him by surprise at all. And getting ready to play for you guys is Echo Fox Scar versus Echo Fox Theo. It's probably going to be Supergirl versus Superman. Both players are amazing at keeping their opponents just pummeled and scared in the corner. You know, Supergirl. Oh, wait a minute. Theo going with Aquaman.
Oh, I mean,
is this a matchup-specific thing? Or is he just trying to test something out?
Theo is a very efficient Aquaman player. Definitely known more for Superman and Injustice 2, but this man was the face of Aquaman for years, starting in Injustice Gods Among Us. And we're going to go to the bar. He's going to take Kara out, get a little drink, you know, see what she likes. As Steve is tossed, just unnecessarily. That man was chilling. He just wanted his drink. Let the man live. This is a button check. Why would you toss him?
Hey, your interactable button is also a button. You gotta give it a shot.
You're a cruel man. You can throw the ceiling fan. And
but those are all the way over there.
The stage is getting changed anyway, so they threw him for nothing. Unreal.
Was he teasing us with the Aquaman pick? No, he's going interesting. I don't know if we had a blind pick situation here, or if these guys just kind of duke it out old school. You know, on the character select screen themselves.
Yeah, I mean, either way it goes. With Scar going to Brainiac, Theo could have easily gone to Superman had he wanted to. So he's going to stay locked in with the King of Atlantis, and Brainiac looking to collect.
Clark, now you. We share no similarities. You're both aliens we don't need. Begin.
Ooh, and Aquaman with the big boy talk, letting Brainiac know he is not necessary. With punish immediately from Theo, and he is in control here in this game 1.
And Scar checking him with a low of his own, and there's the trait. Now when Brainiac does summon that trait, he can delay it, it can come out later, and as long as he doesn't get hit, it's still going to make its way towards you like it did right there.
And just like that, Scar with the full combo. Beta Drone trying to get summoned, and fantastic reaction from Theo, checking him with that tentacle strike. As he uses his tentacles to take it to the sky, Brainiac, some of the craziest air mobility with cross-ups and mix-ups galore, using those beta drones to cover his approach.
And there it is, the back 3. Can Scar finish his plate? He does!
The instant dive kick, so slick, so fast.
All right, Theo not taking this line down, going out, trying to bait it out, not anticipating that shoulder charge by Scar as a wake-up attack, and the down 2 getting Brainiac out of the air. Brainiac so mobile, so fast, he can be anywhere on the screen.
There's a check, takes advantage, calls the drones out, and Theo, fantastic challenge before the drone can get there. Screaming for the Trident Rush, keeping it safe now.
And I think Theo's doing right there is he's waiting to see the drone physically, and then picking his moment to attack, if Brainiac is in range.
That beautiful gold trident putting in the work, and the denial. Big anti-air from Theo, using that trident to cover the skies, and the dive kick from Scar.
And a clash by Theo.
Atlantis demands justice.
It takes a weak champion.
Wow, and this nasty
Whoa.
talk right back at him. Brainiac not believing in Arthur's claim to the throne for the people of Atlantis.
And look at the way Brainiac just blocks, just standing there, taking every little chunk of that trident rush.
And no combo conversion there, trying to use that dive kick to meterlessly combo into the beta drone. Punish on the dive kick. That is -8 on block.
Power
And smart stuff there.
We've yet to plumb the depths.
And smart stuff there by Scar, waiting to get one bar in order to initiate the clash and make sure he gets something back for it.
And the second time's a charm there as he gets the combo meterless dive kick.
Watch out, the interactable is in play, and Scar goes for the throw, keeps Theo in the corner. And I think he was anticipating Theo to use that interactable, and Theo did not bite. It's really hard to bait this man.
Wow, and great combo, keeping it unclashable. However, Theo didn't have a clash, and enough patience. The wake-up scoop coming from Theo, that beta drone, dropping that little touch of electricity to the feet of Aquaman. Who knew electricity could do good against water? Easy confirmed there. Even a chip damage kill would have been perfect for the setup, and the switch to Superman. As canon as Injustice 2 gets.
That's pretty canon. I mean, Brainiac was the main villain in this entire storyline.
And what a more fitting battle arena.
Here I'm Superman.
A better oxymoron I have not heard.
Wow. Brainiac is such a boss.
That he definitely is. Now, Theo going to Superman, the main thing you're going to see is you're going to see more Brainiac all over Superman. Although Superman does have a great down 2, nowhere near as great as Aquaman's down 2. And I feel like that's why Theo went to that character. He wanted to rely on that anti-air because it is way more reliable. Here comes the drone to back up, and Brainiac right behind it. Goes for the dive kick, and Theo a little too late to punish there. And Scar doesn't leave him unchecked.
That beta drone coming right behind now. Scar again covering his approach, but Theo, fantastic denial of the jump in. Anything a little too close to his air, and he's not having it. Here's the full combo in the corner, meter burn, ice breath, and Theo now looking for the shimmy. Great blocks on the mix-up, down 1 into the scoop.
Hey, down 1 into scoop, it does combo. Very unsafe stuff though, and that down 2 proving me completely wrong. It's just as reliable as Aquaman's down 2, knocking Brainiac out of the sky and taking that first bar for Theo.
And the huge damage, traded up lasers, even on block. Theo denying this is dominating. Superman letting Brainiac know this is his world, and he will have none of it.
There we go, Scar's last chance. He does tech the throw, but Theo ready for that forward 2-3.
And that was the quickest player select we've seen tonight. That was a body coming in from Theo.
It was, but this was probably Scar's plan. Maybe he wanted him to start with Aquaman. And this is just going to be a back-to-back counter-pick match. This all relies on Scar taking this game right here, because if Theo gets desperate, maybe he's going to go to Aquaman. Then Scar can go back to Brainiac and close out the set.
And now as the villain, Scar going to Kara.
You need to stop.
You can't stop me.
Your heartbeat says you're lying.
Now he's going on the other side of the cannon as the crowd is popping off for these intros now. Kara against Cal. Who is the true defender of Krypton's ways?
Superman's definitely lost his ways, and all it took was one bad day. And Theo taking it out on Supergirl right now, keeping her in the corner. She does have wake-up options, and Theo's ready for it, and unfortunately does get frozen for his troubles. Now the tables have turned. This is the Supergirl roulette. Where are you going to land? Are you going to be in a standing position? Yes, and Theo with the great reactions there, knowing that it is neutral and you can challenge when Kara leaves you there in a standing position.
Yeah, and interrupts that float cancel right there. Theo having none of it. It's not going to wait and allow Scar to give him mix-ups for free. Instead, makes his own look. That forward 2 into the trait. Big damage, but now the laser to counteract the zoning, keeping Cal out. Theo, however, with the life lead, doesn't need to take any risks.
Both these players so scared to whiff punish anything. These are whiff punish monster characters right here.
And no punish on that breath right now. Neither the air attack. Both guys, so much respect for each other. Look at this neutral. And Theo, finally, after about 10 seconds, opens Scar up, back to the corner.
And look at that, the perfectly timed jump, and he did land there just in time. Is it enough to close it out, or does he need to go for one more reset?
Now with that enhanced Supergirl damage, it's going to be chip damage territory, and the Meaty 1-1. Theo trying to jump out, but Scar having none of it. Meaty's on point, and these guys trading blows back and forth.
And look at that, Scar trying to bait out Theo, and Theo not biting at all.
And no hit confirmed there, but just keeps it safe. The dash of Theo looking for the challenge, and the meter burn back 3. Big damage, spinning a second bar, 500 damage, and corner change.
Oh, don't test Theo's reactions.
Earth doesn't need a dictator.
This world is mine.
This world is Superman's. Superman, the only way to have, he thinks the only way to have peace is to just control everyone completely here. And Theo in complete control right here.
Wow, when the dash up throw, extremely risky from Scar, but works out in his favor. Again, so much respect from these competitors.
Looking for Scar to challenge there. Scar not giving it to him.
Ooh, and a great trade could have spelled trouble for any of these men now. Just patience. Here's the air dash now. Great blocks from Theo, and the teleport. Not sure if that's what Scar was looking for, but he got it anyway. Worked out in his favor.
No meter burn there from the breath, and there it is. Trying to challenge right after, and Scar giving him a punch of his own.
The meter burn back 3, keeping it plus is Theo. Here's the lasers, stopping his dash attempt, and the air attempt.
The jumping one starts up so fast. Such a great anti-air tool by Superman, and the backdash to avoid the unblockable bumper card. Theo with the read.
One mistake in the neutral is all it took from Scar, and that reactionary air dash from Theo just shows a great awareness, recognition, and easy reaction. Meter burn laser enough to get the job done, and Scar's going to stay with Supergirl. Doesn't like the stage, all of those unblockable interactables to the Red Sun prison. It couldn't get any more fitting.
Earth has a new protector.
Don't hold your breath, kid.
Either way, you're going down.
She doesn't care about the protection of Earth. She is here to defeat Cal, and the tombstone right on his head. Scar getting that ever important first bar of meter.
Yeah, that overhead is a little tricky there. I feel like that's the option that a lot of people forget that Supergirl has. Right after that strange looking kick, that very defining looking kick, the overhead usually is coming. And Theo with the ice breath right there, the back 3, full combo, pushing Scar closer and closer to the corner. Scar does have access to that interactable there, as you can see it blink for a second. And he tries to go for it. Theo perfectly spacing it out, perfectly knowing exactly how far he had to stand to not get hit by it. And the whip punish, the forward 2-3, do not press 3 unless you're sure it's gonna hit, unless you're sure it's gonna meet your opponent's body. Not sure if that was a bait there. Can we call that an American reset? The forward 3 bounces him up into the corner.
Into the loops, definitely the Kryptonian reset now. Scar with the knockdown, what's it gonna be? Shimmy, shimmy, and the throw. Great tech from Theo, but challenges with the buttons. And let me throw you, sir. Hold that into the corner.
Kryptonians call that a beatdown.
Oh, Kryptonians call it a beatdown. The down 2, Theo forced the clash.
To get hurt.
Go ahead, underestimate me.
Yo, Kara is so angry right now. She is ready to prove that she is just as strong, if not stronger, to take over everything and put an end to the regime now. Great blocks, patience from Scar. And again, this time not falling for it, but not watching her legs, and gets opened up towards the end of his trait.
I mean, it's a very risky move. Very surprised that Theo, a player of that caliber, will go for something like that. And there's definitely, Scar definitely knows you can blow up that option if you block it.
Wow, and errant laser there allows himself to be opened up. Theo taking full advantage now, in control with the life lead.
Oh, the overhead, and Theo blocks it.
Earth
Unreal.
doesn't need a dictator.
My rule brought peace.
And now Superman pandering to Kara, but it's too late. We're in the middle of this brawl. She doesn't want to hear it.
Oh, the huge whip punish. Scar was so sure that jumping attack was going to connect. And Theo just a little too far away for it. Catches him with the forward 2-3, keeping him in the corner. This isn't it quite yet. One more reset should do it. What's he going to go for?
Oh, it doesn't hit confirm. Instead commits to the string now. Keeps it safe. Nice throw tech from Scar. Down to his last chance. Meter burn laser, looking for big chip territory. So much patience. The heat zap. Nice punish on the air laser from Scar. Looking for the mix-up's going to commit to something. A throw. It's what's it going to be? Trying to open him up. The wake up. Chipping away as Theo. Scar looking for the escape. And wow. activates the trait laser, but that air laser from Superman just a high enough arc to capture the knees and send Scar home packing in 5th place.
Hey, that sweeping laser is such a great not only is it a full screen zoning tool, you can really go to the air and keep it everywhere. And here we go, the beginning of the set when these players are playing completely different characters I haven't really seen them do. And Scar finishing his play, continuing the combo. And here we go, he gets the first hit on, he gets the hard knockdown with the low, goes in with the dive kick right after Theo whiffs that back two. Meter burns the dive kick, back three, finishes the combo. And it was such a great start to the set, such a great change of pace. No more 3-0s here, but you know, it just wasn't enough for Scar. He did show some impressive Brainiac play, but all it took was really one counter pick from Theo to take the set. The anti-air, the trait, finishing it out, the forward three. You know, Scar was all over it. He really knows this matchup, and you know, he should take that as a little victory there, forcing Theo to go back to Superman.
All right, that sets up Illusions versus Theo. We saw this at CEO not too long ago. However, Illusions definitely leveled up since then. Also, the same could be said for Theo. So, these men delivering great fights so far. We've gone from the 3-0 phase to the 3-1 phase, and it is now the winners' finals. The young man's game, as we like to call it, the combined age of these gentlemen under 40 as
young guns right there.
Semiij going up against SonicFox, Captain Cold against Catwoman. It's all smiles and laughs right now, but something tells me there'll be a pinch of salt on that stage in about 4 or 5 games or less.
Definitely more on the less part there. I don't think it's going to take much. This is the last person, or possibly the second last person, who can stop SonicFox. This Captain Cold's just been completely dominating everyone. The only time I saw SonicFox not use Captain Cold was against Illusions, where I guess he had such a great, favorable matchup in Red Hood against Green Arrow that he gave it a shot, and he completely dominated Illusions.
Well, Catwoman swinging into the bar.
Here you like dangerous men.
Capes are cooler than parkas.
I'm practical, sweetheart.
There you go, my man defending his fashion choice to rock the parka. Captain Cold owning everything that he is. I respect this man.
Very confident there. Even in the presence of beauty that you see in Selena Kyle. Here we go, connecting the back three, pushing her closer to the corner, getting the trait to level 1. SonicFox wants level 2. He wants the snow globe option there. And he's trying to get some breathing room there, and he's going to see it with the coolest throw in the game, as Katana Prime is perfectly put for us earlier today.
Nice whiff there, and the anti-air, Semiij having none of it. Sonic will not get his offense started for free against this young man with the reactions to match.
And the meter burn back three slightly misses there. Semiij not far enough to be closed out by that low freezing puddle.
And both of these men whipping normals, not committing to anything too risky or serious. The throw from Semiij, and the level 2 is out now. It's going to go full screen. Sonic's going to spend this time and regain the level 2.
And what a beautiful bait there by Semiij. Goes into the globe, comes back out, and gets SonicFox to bite like the fish that he is.
That was beautiful from Semiij, knowing exactly when that timing was going out. And Catwoman enough to keep that combo going. Staying in front now into the corner, puts himself into trouble is Semiij. And this could be big trouble. Sonic with the pressure now. Here's the wall, meter burns it, plus frames. And the down 2 of his own, denying the jump exit. And just like that, Semiij was having control of the space and timing of everything. Got into the corner and hasn't been able to play since.
Well, here we go, tying it up. Now SonicFox is the one in the corner. However, he does have level 2 trait ready to go. So all he has to do is find a connecting hit or find some space here in the middle.
And you called it right there on the connecting hit from that straight shot. Blocking the cat dash for the punish. He's going to allow Semiij to fall out of this combo, but the meter burn back 3, great idea. Advancing Catwoman's hitbox so that she wouldn't be tapped by the icicle. Semiij now back in control.
Look at that anti-Captain Cold setup there, knowing that he needs to go for a complete cross-up to avoid that wake-up attack.
And Sonic's going to allow himself to be hit by the trait.
A pleasure you'll never have.
Oh, the crowd popping off.
And Catwoman getting a little saucy there on that one.
Oh, yeah.
There's the level 2, blocks the cat dash. Now Semiij is in trouble. Yeah, just stop this.
Hell will freeze over first.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's no honor among thieves, as Captain Cold has put for us. Oh, he's looking for it. The
Yeah,
sweep.
and using her projectile attack to not even risk being frozen herself. No man has a clash. Here's the setup from Sonic. Semiij backdashes away using all of Catwoman's mobility to escape.
And look at SonicFox. Didn't want to take the bait that time. However, will Semiij calculate the slowdown from the snow globe?
And
no,
not
he
like
won't.
this. He was getting froze after SonicFox expended the meter on that low ice puddle, so he couldn't get a continuation on the combo, nor did he have time to recharge a level 2. Semiij in an excellent position here. Tosses Thief, chip damage territory,
It's
and
not
cuts
enough.
to the camera. Wait a minute, a little bit early. Here's the level 2. We are down in a very clutch situation. Semiij takes a huge risk, dashing into the snow globe.
Oh, SonicFox going with the meter burn. Rolls the dead
the
side
meter
air. He rolls out. What is happening?
And the cat dash from Semiij. The escape. He smiles. He knew. He made the great decision. So smart, so clutch, and so much excitement from both of these young men.
Semiij really doing his homework here. This is the first time I've seen anyone go toe-to-toe with this man's Captain Cold. However, it wasn't free. SonicFox definitely understands a little bit more of what Semiij knows. And there's no way this kid didn't do his homework. Loads up the trait, gets to level 2, but Semiij does get his hit in. SonicFox trapped in the corner. The delay wake up lets him turn the tables, but the back 3 connects.
Yeah.
And Semiij for a full combo here. Chip territory?
Yeah, riding that momentum is Semiij. Now Sonic trying to be a bit more offensive, but Catwoman with the range of that whip checking Sonic and keeping him down on the ground right where Catwoman wants him.
It looks like a little switch stance there from SonicFox, trying to get Catwoman to do something. He's not trying to let her go.
And Sonic a little overzealous, using
Definitely.
the meter burn roll and throwing out that full screen, trying to chase Catwoman down. The wrong idea, as Semiij's poise and spacing has been immaculate. And that much better than Sonic in this first set so far.
Oh, backing off. SonicFox trying to get the most out of this. And unfortunately doesn't have the patience to just kind of wait it out and possibly build some meter. The snow globe is out. Semiij decides to back out of there. He knows he's on a nice, healthy life lead. He doesn't want to lose it. He doesn't want to lose it. He's okay with SonicFox setting up because he's got nothing to lose, nothing to risk.
Quit screwing around.
Aw, let's keep playing.
2 bars each, clash aside, nothing gained and nothing dealt.
Sonic is on the ropes here. Semiij has everything going in his favor right now, trying to come back at Sonic. There's the whip trip. Escapes again. This time Sonic not going to chase Semiij down, as he's been punished for it on multiple occasions, trying to adapt piece by piece. There's the anti-air. Here's the start of a comeback, but again, a seemingly insurmountable lead. Ice puddle on the floor. Jumps over it, but gets bopped by that 4-3, landing on the ice. Excellent sequence. Semiij finding trouble, trying to close out SonicFox in this game too.
Can SonicFox make this comeback? Oh, gets hit by the end of that cartwheel. And the down 1, SonicFox desperately taking out that snow globe, needs to push Semiij in here.
And
Semiij still has his clash.
The chip doesn't work, and the whip coming just in time. Had Semiij landed, he would have definitely be frozen. However, SonicFox hopes for grand finals may be on freeze a little bit now, as Semiij is up 2-0.
And, you know, I feel like SonicFox usually is that player when he's down like this, 2-0. He went down like this against Theo when he was showing off Darkseid, and he quickly switched to Dead Chopper. Right now, SonicFox is sticking to his guns.
And I liked what I saw from Semiij there. Sonic was all smiling, laughing, and funny, and just like that. And Semiij had this serious look on his face. This is not a game, my friend. I am not playing with you. I'm about to mop and get into grand finals on the winner's side. But we've seen Sonic down before. Here's the combo continuation. Gets to level 2. He does not.
Look at that combo potential, because the snow globe slows everyone else down in there, except for Captain Cold.
Yeah, and Catwoman having no problems evading the police of Gotham as she plants the palm on their cars. Nothing, just another day in the life of this cat burglar. As SonicFox tries to play the safe game. Again, not chasing Semiij as much as he did in the first 2. And there's the level 2.
Let's see, is he going to leave him in the snow globe? No, doesn't matter. He didn't have the health to take anything. SonicFox takes that clean life. That clean first bar.
There's a clean jump in from Semiij, the forward 3, full combo damage here. Hard knockdown, what's it going to be? Ambiguous cross-up setup, but SonicFox blocks successfully. Semiij has now put himself into the corner.
Both players just slugging it out, doing such a great job of blocking everything that their opponent is throwing at them. And the down two gets Catwoman out of the air, charges up his straight, and decides to leave damage on the table.
For a full level 2, it's been working out so far in this third game. There it is, the whip trip. It's going to load it right back up.
Catwoman's backdash is so amazing, keeps her so low to the ground, recovers so quickly, even when she's inside that snow globe. It is so fast, gets her out of everything.
And jumping right onto that ice puddle is Semiij as we work our way back towards the corner. SonicFox looking for the rush down here with jump 2. Doesn't get much in terms of combos, but Semiij able to take advantage of that whiffed attack. And just like that, the claws are out.
The claws are out. KP couldn't have said it better than any other way. Here we go, the down two, again, canceling into the trait recharge. SonicFox just wants some breathing room to throw that snow globe out, and here it is, Semiij stuck in the corner.
Oh, and chip damage set up no matter what. Wherever Semiij went, that was the ultimate lockdown. You were going to die at any position on the screen. You simply had to choose your death. How do you want it?
Is Semiij going to switch away from Cap? I don't think I've ever seen this man play a different character. Maybe he knows something. Now, look,
Well, wait a minute, Miguel. This is Poison Ivy? I can't even say the name because we don't see this character.
I haven't seen this character play on stream since Combo Breaker.
No.
No, what a tease.
Well, he's thinking about it. Let's not get.
But see, the thing is that Poison Ivy has such great full screen presence in those vines that she summons. She can meter burn them and send out more vines. Her trait tracks completely at full screen in all situations. So it looks like Semiij is going for the full screen option, but he's scared of how oppressive SonicFox's aggressive offense is going to be.
And he commits to Pamela Isley. He does it. Poison Ivy against Captain Cold. No way.
I think this is a good pick right here. There's no way a player at Semiij's caliber is not going to think about it.
Don't pretend you don't dig me, Ivy.
You're right. Kiss me.
Ooh. And as straightforward as it goes, the way I like it, Poison Ivy telling Captain Cold, let's go, and we are in there now.
There we go, Semiij trying to get SonicFox to press the button, but SonicFox is being very patient there, but he does move. I think he was anticipating a throw or maybe trying to jump out of there. And now it's SonicFox's time to attack. The whiff punish goes for the trait, trying to get that level 2, and he does get it. But Pamela has her vines all over him, all over his feet. He needs to watch out.
And full combo here from Semiij, and that kiss she was so looking for, she gives it to him immediately. Live in the first round, baby. Unblockable, interactable, continues the onslaught of damage, and successfully calls out Nightshade, but SonicFox with that ice shot to the face, getting ready, rid of any potential chip setups.
You know, that's the main thing you want to do if you can do it. Once she summons out that trait, it will go away if you successfully hit her.
And there is the whiff punish now, meterless variety, and Semiij making Poison Ivy pick work.
I'm telling you, I saw it coming. She's got the full screen options. He can't just summon trait willy-nilly like he can against almost everyone else in the cast. See, now he can go full screen, and SonicFox has no choice but to go in after him.
And look at the anti-air from Semiij, such poise. Look at the defense, not pressing a button until necessary. There's Nightshade, tries to meter burn his way out. Could have been big time trouble for him, however. Only loses his trait, not a big loss. Semiij still in big time control here. SonicFox doesn't seem to have an answer.
He doesn't have an answer, and he could possibly have an answer in a different character pick, but SonicFox is locked in here. This Semiij just needs this one win.
Just like that, trying to force his way in. A different game plan from SonicFox. Instead of keeping Ivy away, exactly where she wants to be, is forced to switch gears and make itself as rush down heavy as possible.
He can't give her any breathing room. If she summons that trait, he is locked down. The meter burn back 3, a great option.
SonicFox in big
That well's been
trouble.
poisoned.
Huge trouble here. Both players betting 2 bars, not giving any room, but the trait is summoned. It is out, but Poison Ivy takes a hit, and it goes away. Not sure what SonicFox is looking for here. He's looking for a damage buff. He's trying to get damage anywhere he can.
Oh, and the anti-air buffed down 2. Big time trouble for SonicFox. And what a massive hitbox on that forward 3. The knockdown. Tries to backdash, get caught with the throw. And Sonic doesn't have time for games. No time for charging. Purely offensive now. Here's another throw. So much aggression. So much mind games. And the neutral jump. Enough. And Semiij The Poison Ivy pick proving successful as he walks into the grand finals here at Summer Jam 11. Unreal.
It's all about that full screen presence there. Poison Ivy, those vines track. When you meter burn them, they just hold you down so well. And check out this replay here, and such a great grueling set between the two players. We thought it was all over. Steve hit, and look at the pixel that SonicFox has left. And he's taking shots here. Taking shots over and over again. Meter burn right through the anti-air by SonicFox, and the desperate flip out there by Semiij, knowing that that was his last option, and he hunts down SonicFox's backdash with a meter burn cat dash.
I'm just going to act like I don't see the background of the crowd.
No, I'm definitely going to pretend I didn't see that at all. So here we go, the down two. It looks like it's all over, and look at that well-timed flip out, barely getting punished there, and just jashing at him with a cat dash. So incredibly calculated there. Such a clutch moment after clutch moment here.
There may be another changing of the guard here. Combo Breaker, we saw SonicFox win. CEO, we saw White Boy. Evo Dragon. Venality Sonic again, and then Biohazard versus Fighting. Different guys are taking these titles. I mean, Semiij sitting happily in the winner's side of grand finals, and we'll see who his opponent will be in a few more sets, but stick with us right now. When we come back, we'll bring you Illusions against Theo.
You're burning the wrong bridges.
I want none with Dick Grayson's killer.
It was an accident. Dick trusted me, but you never will.
Someone's desperate for approval.
I've got more than enough father figures.
Who is it under the mask?
I am Sub-Zero, Grandmaster of the Lin Kuei.
That's a first.
Oh, welcome back. We just saw a hint of the Fighter Pack 1. And to everyone who doesn't have the Ultimate Edition or the Deluxe setup, Starfire will be available worldwide August 15th. Make sure you download her. She's cute and she's pretty. And she has disco laser lights and she does damage. And she's really easy to play. And I'm getting carried away. So if Miguel, please.
I mean, I do want to reiterate on the fact that she is easy to play. So all you new players or anyone trying to get into the game, that's a great character to start with. But you guys can check out the bracket and see who duked it out with who got 3-0'd by who, and who stood up some kind of a chance. Not too many close sets here.
Look at the theme of this.
3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1. Now, I hope it just gets closer and closer as we go to the grand finals every step of the way. And here we have Illusions from Team Noble.
Oh, wait a minute. Look at that man. Not only did he wink once, he gave us 2 winks and a smile. That may be some next level Yomi coming from Illusions as Green Arrow is back on the screen.
Miss, I wouldn't dare.
Let's see how you handle that bow.
Begin.
And I do recall Theo saying at CEO that Green Arrow probably beats Superman. And that was before Superman was nerfed. And so maybe that's why he's picking Kara right here. She does have an option to kind of stop Green Arrow at full screen here. And that option is that teleport.
Yeah, let's make it abundantly clear that that is Supergirl, not Superman, that Theo is playing as Illusions loads up the arrows, trying to keep that zoning that he's been doing so effectively well. The current story of this tournament, Illusions just as good as anybody in the top 8, trying to work his way through a sea of Kryptonians as he makes his trek towards the grand finals.
Right here, Theo is afraid of that bumper car option as Illusions kind of camps it out. I feel like he's just kind of taking advantage of the fact that Theo is letting him back off, so he's not going to go straight to that unblockable interactable right away. He's probably going to save it for the perfect time. Backdashing, loading up the arrow with the back 3. Such control right here by Illusions.
Oh, and the wake-up teleport from Theo, huge risk, but works out. And back-to-back, the wake-up Hurricane Bow coming from Illusions. If you want to play risky, let's do it together. But right now, Theo's in control. And wait a minute, does it work? It does. Better trade in Illusions' favor with the exploding, unblockable, interactable setup. and back to the neutral that they both want to play.
Yeah, the full screen game, the arrows. Now, the unfortunate thing for Illusions is he does have to load them up after he wastes the arrow, and you can see the progress of the arrows down at the bottom of the screen. He's got one fire arrow left, and here we go. Regular green arrows. They do no damage and almost have no hit stun.
Yeah, but that interactable, like the rest on this stage, are unblockable and have a huge radius. Illusions, again, smart stuff, making quick work of his meter with the meter burn roll to put the entire stage at his back as he tries to put the space between himself and Theo, who finally gets in and stays in after about 20 seconds of chasing.
Hey, chase him down. You will catch him eventually. He does run out of options, but, you know, Illusion's so good at managing his meter, using those meter burn rolls at just the perfect time. And it looks like he's holding on to his super. He wants to get in super territory, or he could possibly connect and then just go straight into chipping him out with zoning.
All right, well, the ice arrow is active. He's looking for a combo in this situation instead of the raw damage that he's gotten so far from the fire arrows. And here is the super right on point. Miguel, one to the... Oh, it's on, baby. I hope you can read.
Oh, yes, it's definitely on right here. And check out this foot dive from Green Arrow. It is not enough, though. And Theo connects with the teleport. Unfortunately, doesn't have the meter to make it a combo.
And the unblockable barrel. Great reaction from Theo and Illusions. Although...
No, I'm battle tested.
Okay, we know that she's battle tested. However, this is a huge comeback he's looking for, and he spins the meter to gain even more damage on the clash. And too many teleports there. Illusions is eventually going to avoid one. And now up a game, he has the advantage in the counter pick situation.
He definitely does here. And I feel like it wasn't completely free for Illusions. Theo just kind of, you know, wasn't in the character skin quite as comfortably as he is in Superman's or even in Aquaman's. You know, he might have been able to progress and learn the matchup, but that doesn't matter. That's not here or there. Theo switching to Aquaman, and you know, I guess he's just trying to gain that full screen presence here that you see in the meter burn tentacle strike. Still a good move. It doesn't have combo potential like it did before. It did get nerfed, but look, Theo's building so much meter. Huge meter advantage right here.
Yeah, you talk about the nerfs of Tentacle Strike. However, anywhere on the screen, that's a chunk of damage. 200 is nothing to shake at. And it checks your opponent either way. Fantastic chip, safe from that range as Illusions makes his way in. Now, we did see him take out Dragon's Aquaman earlier. And with the momentum he's riding, this wave of confidence should be enough to keep Illusions in the driver's seat. But Theo, again, so much poise. And Aquaman being basically in his lifeblood as he shows you the bane of his existence. Great escape on the interactable. And another interruption, another Trident Rush, and Illusions down a life bar.
Yeah, no, you definitely want to challenge Green Arrow every time you block that spinning bow. When he does meter burner, there is a gap there. You just need a fast normal to get through it.
And great timing, because if you eat the launcher, Illusions or any Green Arrow player of decent skill is going to find that combination really easy to follow up with.
Regret not taking me seriously?
Doesn't look like it.
Ooh. And Arthur Curry, a pretty savage man tonight with his Clash quote. So angry.
Right, Theo getting that meter burn Ursula from full screen and then rolling in. He doesn't want to let go of Illusions. He wants to finish this now. He doesn't want to give him the room or the options to make this comeback, and Illusions is starting to do it.
Yeah, can we talk about that reaction from Illusions? Theo jumped back, and on reaction, Illusions jumped back and let the arrow fly. It's just fantastic stuff. But again, Theo making quick work of that tentacle strike.
Oh, and Theo a little mistiming there. Before he did beat it clean, he might have not been frame perfect right then and there. And Illusions just kind of lives to see another day because of it.
And this is the smart stuff from Theo, camping out the corner, looking for that interactable, no clash, available to Illusions. A jump back for the escape, and here's the launcher. This could be the start of something special. However, Theo, access to the clash.
Dinah seems to think so.
Okay, so he said that he's the true Aquaman. Not sure anyone ever in the history of ever has contested that, but, you know, life is hard, and then you die as Illusions is looking to mix. And great avoidance, but Theo so poised. You can only jump so much before you land or get caught on the way up from that tentacle strike. And Theo, as always, calm, cool, collected. Trident at hand, and Illusions with the head shake now. Maybe a little crack in the armor.
A head shake because I was looking over at the other screen. We went to random stage, and he again got Fortress of Solitude. Illusions not happy with it. The chances to land on the same screen.
Wrong time for jokes, Ali.
That's all I got.
This is true.
Oh my God.
Green Arrow definitely has a quiver full of arrow jokes. And Aquaman, who is clearly a bit too serious for casual or competitive play, wants to kill everybody. And Theo opens up with the Trident Rush. Down one, into the background bounce. And, I mean, 400 damage for no bar? I'll take it.
That's a lot of damage. Hey, Aquaman can still do that damage, but that background bounce has to be available. Maybe that's what Illusions was looking for in the stage switch. Looking for a stage that doesn't give him access to a
Same
background
side with the mix-up there from that air to ground arrow coming from Illusions. Taking the chip damage now, wants to stay on this right side of the screen and keep Theo away from that pillar of glass that allows him to drop an unblockable, continuous, and unlimited.
Great block there by Illusions, knowing that that icicle was going to come down after that drape was pulled by Aquaman, just like it is from any other power character.
There's a Trident Rush, yeah. Illusions waiting for Aquaman to spin his bar meter before spinning his on the push block.
And right there, Illusions had no meter to push block, so he decided to stop letting Aquaman build meter, took the hit on purpose to build a little bit more for himself. You know, it was pretty much a lose-lose situation there. You just want to take the lesser of two evils.
And Theo, perfectly content with these meter burn tentacle strikes, doesn't need a full combo damage. It all adds up, and right now, although Illusions has Aquaman in the corner, he is in big-time trouble and immediately switches positions.
Time for it to rain arrows.
By Neptune, I won't yield.
Not bad that time. That was more defensive than angry from Aquaman, so I'll give him a little bit of respect on his clash quotes. Oh, and commits to the background bounce off of that long-reaching overhead. 445 damage raw. Illusions in big-time trouble here.
Trying to get Theo to crack there, and he knew he was going straight for the background bounce. He decided to interrupt.
You fight like the first Ollie.
Yeah, but I'm wittier.
How does he know he's Whittier? How does he know? Okay, so camping the background bounce is Theo because he knows it's so much combo potential, especially with this nerfed Aquaman.
Oh, and Illusions using that arrow shot to cut his approach short. Didn't want to get clipped out of the air by the overhead from the back too. And the juggle on the Trident Rush. Enough to kill Illusions, and now a man who was once giving you a wink and a smile has a straight look on his face, hand on his chin, and thinking about this clutch character selection as he will be locked in to the decision he makes here.
He will be locked in here, but Theo can rely on Superman, and I feel like Theo definitely knows this fight a lot. A lot of people put Batman and Black Adam, and Illusions finally getting off of the Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah, Illusions definitely formidable with about half of the cast, maybe even more. Who knows what characters he's pocketing in his spare time, but he's going to go with Black Adam. This is it. Do or die on Brainiac's ship. And this time they didn't let the intros rock. Illusions means business.
Let's see who gets this first hit in Warden meter. Now, you can't get that first hit meter with Black Adam straight, but you can get it with Aquaman's forward too.
All right, getting a crossover dive kick to punish the whiff throw. Didn't have the meter to get a full combo, but again, it all adds up. Hit advantage, positioning, and damage all at the same time as Theo challenges what he knew was going to be a forward one from Illusions.
You know, when you're fighting Black Adam, you usually your go-to buttons in the neutral are anything, down one, down two, anything to duck that forward advancing one.
Yeah, we could talk about that great adjustment from Illusions. He got the punish on the normal Trident Rush from Theo. Theo traded up so he wouldn't be launched, so instead he continued his combo string and ended with the EX Low Lightning. Now, during Aquaman's trait being active, although he slips out of the combo, he takes the full damage of every move that connects.
Yeah, even the ones that he blocks.
Yes.
So it's not just regular chip damage, it's going full damage.
Wow. And using the interactables is Illusions. And the down two, fantastic anti-air move from Black Adam as he summons a bolt of lightning from the gods behind.
Yeah, Illusions just kind of being really patient, waiting for Theo to hang himself, and Theo ties it all up with the meter burn tentacle strike from full screen.
Yeah, hanging Illusions' tournament hopes into balance. No whiff punish here. However, both men shown a lot of respect, a lot of ground game here, a lot of back and forth, and not too many high-risk maneuvers.
Theo connecting with that forward two, keeping Illusions in the corner, and you best believe he's going to be meter burning this Trident Rush to try to get as much chip as possible. The down two canceled the Trident Rush.
And a whiff dive kick there. You saw the jump back boot from Illusions. He was looking to punish. Taking his time, trading blows now, sweeps the leg.
Oh, Oh, and the wake up goes unpunished. Very unlike Theo, but here we go. Trying to go for that full damage as you put for us before.
And what a fantastic adaptation from Theo. He knew that Illusions would try to continue that block string, and when down, Black Adam goes for his down one poke into any specials, there is a gap in which you can interrupt, and Theo baited Illusions into it. Unbelievable. Turning the tables in his favor with defensive positioning. Theo, such a smart player.
All right, chipping him out, put him closer to the corner, and Illusions decides to challenge with that down one. It's a great move, very fast.
And that was so slick, using that back two overhead, and the cross-up. Theo, unable to clash, had 2 bars of meter at his disposal. You hate to die with resources, but you know Superman is coming back. Here comes the pick. Game 5. Black Adam versus Superman. Reminiscent of the good old days.
Definitely, but I think Illusions going into this 5th game, he's at a slight disadvantage. This isn't his true main, and we know this is Theo's true main.
You're weak, despite your power.
I've heard this speech before.
Ooh.
This time will be your last.
Okay, Black Adam telling Theo this is his last shot in tournament and in the canon, but Theo is Superman right now. Both men, immense power, looking to meet SonicFox in the Losers Final, and Illusions with that 4-1. Doesn't spin the bar.
Doesn't spin the bar, but does get it.
And Theo spins it, make it 2 meters. Looking for the full combo conversion, but a little too early. The 50-50 special jump punch into that overhead dive bomb. What side did it hit on? Doesn't matter. It was the right side, as Illusions is down a huge chunk of health.
Oh, and the sweeping laser does stop that option from Illusions to go for the full screen projectile. Oh, and the dive kick, the whiff punish him, going the other way. Illusions, what a great combo here. Has him in the corner. What's he going to do? Goes for the overhead.
Oh, and no combo there. The down one into the black magic. I'm sure Illusions was looking for the trait cancel, but he did not have trait active at his disposal.
Oh, the shimmy there by Theo.
Feel conduct's wrath.
Won't stop me.
And that instant clash was the smartest thing Illusions has done in a long time. Superman was looking at 400 damage into a setup. Once again, last chance. Both men, again, so much respect. There's the air-to-air dive kick. This should be enough to kill with the trait. And, of course, why not? In a 2-2 situation, a classic match. Let's take it down to the last life bar. Both men about even on health, about even on meter.
Oh, almost gets the whip punish there. Theo a little too slow.
Scary stuff. Avoids the lasers. And look, Theo baiting out the air-to-air dive kick. So smart. And challenges the frames. Illusions has to eat the entirety of this combo.
And Theo knows that. Goes for the throw. Resets him. And now he is still in forward 2 range here. Baits a wake up. This is all over for Illusions. He's probably down to 1 more guess. This is going to hurt.
Terrible decision there. Risked it all. And what a read. A wake up jump. The riskiest of reads, as Illusions is now in control. Theo has access to the meter. And oh no! A combo drop. A second chance at life. You know what this means, Miguel.
Oh,
it means
tire.
Superman has got his license. He's learned how to drive. And to test out that Batmobile tire, he tosses it at Black Adam and dashes Illusions tournament hopes. Fantastic display to that young man representing Noble Gaming. And he goes out in 4th place. A bit salty. He's going to go sit down. We understand it. But there it is.
A very respectable placing.
SonicFox against Theo. And can we talk about that preemptive hug? You saw that?
I mean, I think he was just happy that his teammate came over. He got through Illusions, because Illusions has been playing like a monster.
This is fighting
this whole
games.
weekend.
This is one-on-one. What's up?
Hey, there's still teams. He's happy that his teammate came over. I want to see SonicFox is probably Theo's biggest fan out there. Really rooting for him. Even before he made his debut at CEO, SonicFox was just always up talking Theo. And it's no surprise that, you know, right after CEO, Theo's on the same team.
And and Theo, so happy. He's going to take a quick little bathroom break. So if you can stick with us, or, you know, you can blow him up, whatever you want to do. It's all in fun and games. Sonic's going to get ready and just load up things as we take a look into the evolution as we go. The first round, winners, losers, 3-0, down the line.
3-0, free.
Move on.
Everything free. Everything free.
3-1, 3-2. We can't do 3-3. Can we get a 3-2 and a match extended and then a double reset? And
We can, if we hope hard enough. Everyone's been playing out of their mind. It's just, I don't know what SonicFox is going to do if he does get back to Semiij. Do you feel like he learned enough in that matchup to take down that Poison Ivy?
I don't know if we can look that forward, though. We did see Theo wash SonicFox at CEO. It was 3-0, but then Sonic washed him last week at Vianality. And you take back to a tweet Theo made. He's like, yo, I prepared for Red Hood. I prepared for Black Canary. And then he picked Captain Cold.
Announcer, Captain
Cold. So you can bet everything in your life that Theo labbed Captain Cold within this 1 week from Vianality till today. But is Sonic ready? You know, he's been playing Supergirl. Is he ready for that counter pick? Who knows? All I know is that Semiij is sitting super comfortable in the winner's final with his Poison Ivy pick, which no one here is prepared for, clearly. Although he's only used it for one game. If you can take out Sonic, that's enough to send shockwaves through the entire building. So, again, one game at a time, and this is why we play. I'm sure we'll see Captain Cold at least to start. Maybe Supergirl from Theo, who Supergirl is not quite as – it's not there yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's not there, but I feel like I haven't seen Supergirl before the Captain Cold shakedown. When SonicFox beat him so bad with that, he possibly went to that character knowing about the full screen presence, knowing that she can teleport, and she always, on a nice read, she can full combo Captain Cold and get around a globe, around the snow globe.
How risky is a nice read? I mean, you sure you want to take that opportunity this deep in the game where you can get punished for everything? Also, a quick thing, at Defender North, Sonic also beat Theo with Black Canary, something he wasn't ready for. Now, he said he's prepared, but
I feel like we're going to have a blind pick here. And, you know, in the fighting game community, in most games, a blind pick is where you commit to one character blindly without knowing what your opponent's picking. And, guys, check out this replay here with Theo just putting down the hurt on illusions. The neutral jump into the dive bomb, opening him up. Now, look at this damage. 1 bar for that freeze, and because he is traded up, he does get that damage the damage buff on top of the armor-breaking ability. And now let's see if Theo can bring this over. That same hurt, that same damage, that same display of precise execution.
Oh, there you have it. SonicFox going to Red Hood. Theo with Supergirl. Man, I mean, it works out. We definitely know they have characters to play. The alternates are in. No Black Canary, no Captain Cold.
Can we call any of SonicFox's characters alternates? I mean, it's so hard to really pin down his main.
This is true. This is absolutely true.
You know, he showed up to CEO with Darkseid. No one saw that coming. And look at this great intro by Red Hood.
Easy to be cynical, isn't it?
It is when you've seen what I've seen.
Sounds like you also make excuses.
Begin.
Ooh, and instantly challenging his morals is Supergirl. She hurts in every way possible. Unbelievable.
The neutral jump won by SonicFox, knocking Theo out of the sky and continuing his pressure, getting him that first bar. And Theo finds himself in the corner. He can use that bumper car, but decides to go for the freeze breath instead. Hits SonicFox, putting him into the center of the screen on the Joker's playground. That mine is out, and for those of you who don't know, those mines aren't unblockable. They just hit low. But SonicFox wants to go in there, continue the pressure, and extends the combo with that meter burn mine.
Jumps off in the great teleport from Theo to avoid the explosion on that interactable Red Hood, an interactable monster of a setup character. And he wants to throw these bombs, blow your life into smithereens, and reset you with damage that leads into the corner where he really gets going.
And Red Hood's such a great mobile character. It's really hard to pin this character down on Wake Up. He's got the lunge towards you. He's got the lunge away, and he can meter burn it for overhead shots. It's so annoying and tough to deal with, especially at the hands of SonicFox.
And Sonic trying to challenge after that meter burn breath, but Theo chasing him down with the down one, going under that high attack as he avoids the unblockable barrel with an easy jump laser. Into the corner we go.
SonicFox doing a great job of blocking, and he does get out of there, puts Theo towards the corner. Let's see if Theo's going to go for those barrels. He does have a meter, 2 meter burn the interactable. No, he goes for a simple back throw, turning the tides on SonicFox. And now he has all this real estate to work with.
And that traded quick shot from Sonic, mixing up his zoning, using those Gotham Stars, the mines, and that dive forward and backwards to try to stay evasive. However, Theo getting the hits and the one making the bulk of the damage here with the full combos of his own.
And SonicFox is trying to get into that lunge rain in order to punish Theo for going for the air lasers.
Wow!
The Mind connects the conversion!
What a fantastic combo there. Sequence from Theo and now from SonicFox, and now in trouble. Yeah, he just teleports it. You knew it was going to happen. Huge mistake from Theo. Doesn't understand how he let that one get away from him as he looks back into the skies, closes his eyes, and I'm going to stop before that becomes bars.
I mean, no, Theo knew he made a mistake. He's going to adapt. You know, he's here. He's not going to be content with third place. Theo wants a win. He is overdue for a win. And he wants to get his revenge in Semiij in Grand Finals. Oh, the down three, such a great option by Supergirl. Such great range, knocking him down, leaving him vulnerable to a mix-up on Wake Up.
And jumping in, meets him with the air-to-air. Easy punish for Theo. To the corner we go, but no, he would not oppress him. He backs off instead. Theo looking to play the space game.
Yeah, he's trying to back. Oh, he backdashes through the mine. Right now, Theo's just trying to hold on to this life lead, trying to make SonicFox hang himself, forcing him to come to him. And here we go, the conversion. Big boot at the end, and the wake up from Theo. Very risky stuff there.
And SonicFox going to look for an opening for that interactive, but with Theo keeping him on his toes, not allowing him to do anything. Air-to-air combo now. Hard knockdown into the follow-up. What's it going to be? Whiffs a normal, and Theo wakes up with the sweep.
Wake up sweep is such a great option for Supergirl. It lowers her hurt box, and it hits you so quickly.
And teleports away for the chase down. No punish on the lunge, but Sonic finding it hard to chase Theo down. Supergirl's mobility, air dashing, teleporting, ducking those quick shots.
SonicFox looking for the lunge, getting a little too frisky there, and Theo in control. The interactable's in play. He's going to check it, but SonicFox with the delay wake up. Such smart stuff.
Yeah, and I think Theo's perfectly fine with that. Working on the magic pixel, why not take the time to remove the unblockables to prevent yourself from being set up later. Now, that meter burn, eye laser trait, huge chunk of damage on chip, but on hit, even better. As Theo whittling Red Hood down piece by piece with laser traits, not looking for the combos.
Meter burn mine to extend it. SonicFox with a great hit confirm there, knowing it was going to punish, trying to knock Theo into the corner. However, Theo's on a full stick of butter here. Super is accessible. As soon as he gets one hit, that's all he needs to do is hit two buttons and get the Super to connect.
Yeah, and that may tell you a little bit about how Theo's gameplay is going. I think it was a huge mistake. He goes for the breath and doesn't meter burn it to stay safe. Sonic then takes advantage, clearly looking for a way to look for a Super that is the fastest in the game at 5 frames, but the tendency and the decision to hold on to that meter cost him his life, as SonicFox didn't give him a chance to clash in the last 500 hit points.
Yeah, SonicFox really blew through that Super territory without ever looking back. He just wanted to win right there. Oh, and the mine recovers quickly enough to block that teleport from Supergirl and to successfully punish. Here we go. The unblockable setups, the very fair stuff.
And now Sonic on the offensive to open this set, and just like that, easy conversion. Theo in trouble.
Theo just wants nothing to do with those mines. He doesn't even want to block them because he knows that Red Hood is at such great frame advantage there.
I don't want to hurt you.
I'm actually disappointed.
And Red Hood wants nothing but a battle. The man who is claiming to be vengeance, punishing Theo on that wake-up DP, has a lot of ground to cover. And SonicFox seemingly rolling plus frames on that string there, blowing up that grenade.
Oh, somehow that back three connect. We need to see a replay of that. How did that hitbox go to the other side?
And the high, low, very tough to block setup there. Theo taking advantage of the gap of Sonic, trying to get away with that meterless mine. However, although he's only down to his last 200 points, not giving up. He's going to push the offensive. SonicFox escaping with that roll. And this is it, chip territory.
Wait a minute here, don't count Theo out. Can he do this? Only a real master can make a comeback like this on a player like SonicFox. No clash left, no options left. He's got no meter, he's got nothing. He goes for it.
Oh, looking for the parry. SonicFox getting a little flashy, diving around, and eventually gets the connection. There is the patented SonicFox, I eliminated you, let me hug you mode. But Theo, smile on his face, third place here, and we're getting down to the grand finals. Yeah. So, Theo, with the point, listen, my son, I will beat you the very next time I stop you, and Sonic's going to put the cape back on the furry champion himself. Going for the rematch with Semiij. Now, there's a huge counter pick thing going active from the beginning. If Sonic goes cold, does he start with Poison Ivy? Does Sonic go cold to begin with?
I feel like SonicFox is really feeling his Red Hood right now. Against Theo, he could have went with so many different characters. I mean, he had that, and I feel like he's just trying to make sure that that Red Hood is ready. I feel a Red Hood pick coming here. But if I was either of these players, I would definitely request a blind pick. I don't want to pick something with my opponent knowing what I pick, because you don't know what they're going to counter pick.
Either way it goes, there can only be one champion as we march towards the end of the IPS series. If you are looking to gain more points and you are in Latin America, my beautiful brothers and sisters, your South Region tournament is coming up August 14th through the 15th, followed by EU West, the 21st through the 22nd. So many tournaments, I can't even get the numbers right. And finally, EU East, August 28th through the 29th. The same amount of points valued as ranking tournaments. Shake up this series, shake up these leaderboards as the guys over there try to fight for those last spots. Illusions gaining so much points today. Mads and Foxy, Silvereye, Star Charger, all these guys on the cusp. If you have opportunities, take advantage. The online series coming up, it's going to be a bloodbath, and I have a very strong feeling at the end of this, when we're back in Jersey for ECT, someone will be playing a match that will determine who makes it and who doesn't.
Yeah, a lot of points up for grabs this weekend, and it's going to be close. Every single point's going to matter. Even at events that aren't premier events, you can still get it and get those tiebreaker points, qualify, and you can even take down the #1 seed player. All you have to do is qualify to get in there.
All right, this is it. Grand Finals. Summer Jam 11, Justice Pro Series, SonicFox.
Ready to get up close and personal?
Not much of a cat person.
We're not making friends, Len.
Begin.
Well, clearly Cold has a thing for Poison Ivy, so cats don't do it for the young man with the parka. But Semiij doesn't care. He is here for pure business as he gets the first combo, taking it to the corner, and SonicFox trying to bait out a throw tech. A little shimmy action, but Semiij not falling for the bait.
SonicFox poking there, and he's setting up camp right here. He's got this wall. Now he can hop over that little shard of ice on the ground, but he's going to be risking a lot of stuff. So Semiij completely content with taking a backseat here, letting SonicFox set up here. Look at all this damage. Is he going to freeze the SonicFox, keeping him here?
Wow, and allows Semiij to escape. That setup was entirely dirty, but Semiij not giving up, able to backdash his way out at the end, but SonicFox going to recharge the gun and a beautiful step kick into the ice. Not sure if that's what Semiij was looking for, but we take those at the first life bar dwindles in an icy death.
SonicFox isn't losers. He cannot leave anything. He can't leave anything on the table. He's got to take every advantage that he can over each mistake that Semiij throws at him. Here comes the snow globe. Is she gonna? No! Usually Semiij goes straight for the backdash out of there, and SonicFox thought, okay, I'm fine, because he's just gonna backdash out of here, and he got hit by the whip.
Oh, and the whiff punish on that meter burn back three. Semiij getting a little greedy, trying to fight Sonic out of that snow globe, but instead the whip trip now back on the offensive. Fantastic conversion from the young kid from Noble, able to recognize that was an anti-air collision and finishes it off. What? Stop it!
Did he just?
Stop it!
Did that just happen?
No.
Yes.
No. This man did not meter burn back three, bounce cancel his jump attack from the air.
Yes, you can. If you buffer that in the air, it will happen as soon as you land on the ground.
This kid is too smart.
He knew.
He knew
that armor was going to go through that low attack that's on the ice puddle.
Semiij is actually on the next level, spinning 2 bars to get that going. A little bit out of the range for that whip slap there. And once again. Yo, who is this? Yo, why is this kid so godlike?
Only in your dreams.
And now, did he learn this on the fly? Because he wasn't doing this the last set. He didn't do it at all. He had every opportunity to do it. I don't know if someone kind of phoned in some secret tech to Semiij. Hey, good thing you won against SonicFox, but here's another option that you have.
Yeah, absolutely not. Semiij plays so much. This kid has so much knowledge of the game. I'm not surprised in the slightest that he is this good, but unfortunately his spacing a little bit behind his intellect in that situation as he walks into his death. SonicFox up one game. However, Semiij does have an entire set to throw away, for lack of a better term, as he's earned the right to be reset. But the Poison Ivy pick on his mind right now. How will he respond in this clutch situation?
Poison Ivy.
There we go. Semiij selecting Poison Ivy, keeping the full screen presence. The Vines are going to hold down Captain Cold, not give him the room that SonicFox wants. So you're going to see a big change of pace here. SonicFox is going to be the aggressor. He's going to go in because he knows at full screen he's just going to lose. Backing up, waiting for this trait to time over, and Semiij taking full advantage of SonicFox not sitting still. Good blocks there by SonicFox. Here's his chance to shine. The trait is gone, no longer summoned.
Dashes up, using Divine Drift at 4-3, advancing in. Poison Ivy, the longest range 4-3 in the game, able to control the spacing. She can move either forwards or backwards. Smart stuff there. I like the idea with the meter burn back 3 to armor through the icicle setup, but SonicFox keeping a steady defensive pace.
Oh, trying to put up the wall, but the Vine does get under it. Semiij slowed down a little bit there, but the back 3 was fast enough to punish SonicFox. Unfortunately, he couldn't continue the combo. But here he is, just a few more blocked Vines should be enough to chip it out. SonicFox knows staying on the ground is not an option, so he tries to jump out, but he does get it.
Now you see both of these men trying to camp around this globe. That jumping interactable for gadget characters is unblockable, and it homes at about half the distance away from said whatever you call Brainiac's little capture globes. I don't have it on my head right now, but.
And it respawns right there. SonicFox displayed for us, almost knowing exactly when it was coming back. Like he had a little timer in his head.
Yeah, that timer about 4 seconds or more. As Semiij pulls the screen away, the smart stuff, trying to stay back, and SonicFox again going back to his roots. When you have an unblockable at your disposal, why not abuse it?
I mean, in hindsight, the right decision there for Semiij would be to probably meter burn, roll in there, avoid the interactable, and punish SonicFox while he was still in the air.
Semiij still in a very good spot here. Nice trade now, getting the knockdown from the Vine Drill. Oh, is going to have a hard time escaping now. Getting in the block stun of those trait shots.
Although Poison Ivy's backdash isn't as great as Catwoman, it's still an option to get out of that globe.
And puts up the EX Ice Ball. If he stands in that, he will take damage over time, and because it is meter burnt version, he can and will freeze if he's in it for too long.
And the punish of the down two.
Join the rogues.
That well's been poisoned.
And SonicFox using 2 bars, getting 25% back for his resources. And Semiij building up some bar of his own, but SonicFox still has enough to match it. So if Semiij does get the clash going, he's not going to have enough to beat SonicFox in the meter game. So he's just got to close this out right now. Clash is not an option here.
Yeah, and Semiij very happy with taking these trades, but the anti-air drill there. Chip damage will do it. Here comes Nightshade, and this should be enough. And yes, who needs help when you have the greatest protection ever? You can just sit there.
Deadshot. Poison Ivy.
All right, quick replay as we get into it now. The smart stuff from Semiij. It's a second look at this meter burn back 3 cancel, armoring instantly the frame she touches the ground to not be frozen, sending SonicFox on a transition. Beautiful stuff. And we come back to a counter pick. Deadshot here to ruin the day of all the green everywhere. Bullets fly. They're a bit stronger than the drills Ivy has at her disposal. But Semiij still in control here.
Still in control because he can meter burn the drills coming from the ground, and he can just meet him with another regular one, or meter burn another one if he's got the bar to spend it. And SonicFox, great use of that interactable, the unblockable stuff all over the Joker's playground. So smart. You really got to know your stages in this game. That forward 3 reaches so far, it's like almost full screen.
And kisses Deadshot through the mask, enough to poison him. Poison Ivy with the hot stuff there. I wanted to kiss at one point in time, but I'm not sure anymore, as my views on life have been shifted. This ravenous woman here, sending Nightshade to do the dirty work, combos into the Vine Drill's full screen, and Semiij fighting back to back. Not quite sure how bad of a matchup it feels, but we're going to trade blows.
And Deadshot does find himself in the corner, and he's trying to buy some real estate in, trying to meet Poison Ivy. Now, check out the meter deficit here. Semiij needs to find answers.
And the great read on the neutral jump attack, however, went for the jumping heavy, which launches opponents. Not able to get the continuation on the combo, but now SonicFox working a combo of his own, challenges in between the pokes is Semiij, and now we're slugging it out. Who cares about zoning when we're both up close and personal in each other's faces?
Right now, Semiij is looking for a successful hit so he can safely summon his trait. SonicFox not giving it to him, giving him a nice throw, stabbing him in the gut, and shooting him full screen completely away from him.
And no chance to clash for Semiij, and the down two coming out fast enough to trade with the air attack. However, Sonic, that trade enough to kill Semiij and eliminate his life bar. One more game away from a reset.
Fighters approaching Atlantis.
Now this is very interesting because SonicFox will get last pick. If Semiij does defeat his Deadshot, SonicFox is free to go to the character select screen and pick whoever he wants. While Semiij is locked down on Catwoman.
Straight whip there, nice whip trip of the legs. Catching SonicFox trying to walk back, plus frames from the cartwheel, but of course, the challenge.
SonicFox was ready to challenge, and what a successful challenge there. Getting him all this momentum here, keeping Catwoman at full screen. Now SonicFox opting to go for the green trait. When those connect, those do slowly drain his opponent's meter.
Here's a jump in now. Priority there, SonicFox a little late with the anti-air attempt. Now, carried to the corner for his troubles. The jump back whip a little too high as that hitbox region has been adjusted. Catwoman needed to be a little bit deeper.
Now, careful with these blue bullets. These blue bullets, when they connect, they will send Catwoman at full screen. Very, very annoying trait aspect there.
And the whip trip again at max range. Great spacing from Semiij. And SonicFox continually challenging Semiij after plus frames. And the shimmy right there. How about that challenge? You take that bullet and you know where to shove it. As Semiij scratches through that mask, trying to fight his way closer, but SonicFox advancing.
Yeah, no, he's tired of zoning. He's tired of eating those whips over and over again, but he's being the aggressor, and Semiij taking complete advantage of it with the meter burn back three. That's basically what Catwoman wants you to do. She wants you to get overzealous. She wants you to try to take advantage of frame traps just so she can meter burn back three through them.
And now Semiij getting the job done now with those down one pokes after his plus frames, forcing Sonic to respect his mix-ups and Oki up close.
The throw tech by SonicFox. Don't test this boy's reactions.
Oh, he went for the dirty stuff there, looking for that cross-up on that cat dash. However, SonicFox simply delays his wake-up to avoid it. Punish with the throw. No, not a punish. SonicFox able to tech.
How about a kiss?
Kiss this, Floyd.
And what's up with all the men trying to get kisses from the women that Semiij plays, man?
It's nothing but disrespect. That's all it is. Nothing but disrespect. Underestimating your opponent. Oh, and the whiff punish by SonicFox, and here's a clash.
You were a skilled killer.
Why rush the climax?
Look at, see that shot? You're so forward, my man. You want to take this woman out first? You know, you want to slow down? No, you don't, and this is why you die. Jump in attempt, blocks the staggers now, commits to the trade chip damage territory. What's it going to be? SonicFox jumping in, whiffs the back three. Why these clutch situations? Playing with the hearts and souls of everybody. Does SonicFox have enough? He does not spin the meter on the combo, but instead looking for the chip damage. Evades the trick shot, and that time punishes the dash in with a second trick shot. Reset of the bracket.
Unfortunately for Semiij, he got that combo at the end. He didn't have the meter to meter burn the cat dash. That would have been over. It would have been done.
And take a look at SonicFox. That man is in his thoughts. He needs a word, needs a second. Looking back to the crowd, checking from his teammates. He's got the reset, but now in a precarious situation. You have to do it once again. Now, even sets between both of these men. They both have a bunch of characters. Not sure if momentum is going to mean anything here. Freedom to choose their characters over again, and Semiij is going to stick with his main.
Yeah, both players, even though SonicFox just won, both players are free to change their characters, and that's only because this is a whole new set.
Yes.
Begin.
All right, game one, the reset of Grand Finals. It all ends here. Captain Cold against Catwoman. First hit for Semiij.
Anti-air with that instant jump one. Semiij puts SonicFox in the corner. SonicFox uses that interactable to get out. Let's see how Semiij adapts to it, and let's see if he anticipates it. Because it's really a great tool for gadget characters to just get out of there. The corner is not where you want to be against anyone.
An excellent challenge from Semiij there with the meter burn back 3 to go through SonicFox's string and using the corner interactable to escape with that dive kick. Playing the patient game once more. Sonic not able to build any of that trait, looking to advance that gun to the level 2. However, Semiij staying right within the range that doesn't allow him to shoot, but puts up the ice wall. What's up? You are not welcome in this house, sir. Captain Cold with the denial, and SonicFox making great usage of that 1 bar meter.
And look at Semiij getting over that giant wall, that very quick rising hitbox of Captain Cold, crossing him up and taking that first bar.
And challenging is Semiij with that cat dash. Not sure about the combo there. Sonic kicks him with the wall out of the snow globe, which would have been a guaranteed freeze. However, when you can recharge the gun and get another one right back to back, no worries in that situation.
And right now, Semiij is dancing in and outside of the globe, because once you go outside of the globe, that freezer timing does reset.
As you can see, Catwoman's body turn to ice in this situation. After a dominating sequence from Catwoman, who took SonicFox life bar about 30 seconds ago, the patience and poise.
Again, he goes for that cat hop over the ice puddle, and SonicFox ready to punish him for it. There's no way in hell that Semiij is going to go for that move again. Very, very risky stuff. Chucking all 3 boxes, trying to get any damage on the board that he can. Semiij has full bar right now.
In big time trouble now as he gets closer to the corner. Doesn't really have the resources or the space to escape.
I'm just toying with you.
Here comes a blizzard of pain.
Captain Cold clearly not a fan of the games Wonder Woman, Catwoman is playing with him. All these strong women just toying with the men, you know, it triggers me. It makes me feel a type of way, which is why it's just,
I'm sure it makes you feel a certain type of way. And Semiij getting that knockdown with the whip, trying to stay on top of SonicFox, and SonicFox opting to go to the delay wake up, kind of throwing off Semiij's timing. You know, this is the first time I'm seeing this full ice wall here. SonicFox, Semiij not waiting it out. I feel like he really had no reason to go in.
And punished there on the grab attempt.
Cold feet.
I've killed mice braver than you.
And Semiij holding on to that 1 bar because he knows that it cost him the set last time. He knows that he needs that 1 bar to close it out in the meter burn cat dash, because once you get a hit, you can easily convert it if you have it.
And looking for another throw bait is Semiij, but instead uses that back to chip damage territory. There's the low whip trip. SonicFox blocking it all. Wow, that was really close with the evasion. The raw jump in to cancel. This time, going down to the last hit and the throw there. Now, had SonicFox teched it or not, it did not matter. In NRS games, the initial grab does damage, and SonicFox did not have the health to survive it, so Semiij is able to secure that game up 1-0 in this reset. And the anti-air whip, Sonic a little too close, running into the active frames, huge extended hitbox.
Semiij backdashing out of there. Now he does have access to those interactables above his head. He can use them to swing in and jump in on SonicFox. I'm surprised SonicFox didn't change the stage there, but I guess he was okay and content with having the corner interactables, knowing that Catwoman can't take those away from him.
All right, here's a level 2 up and active again. That snow globe, a huge blue ring of death. As he charges up, this time he's going to get the entirety of the damage deserved, and one more press of the button, getting that level 2 right back.
And perfectly timed there. It looks like it was a clean punish by Semiij. That timing is so impeccable there. Very, very difficult thing to do there, and the delay wake up messes up his inputs. Messes up the timing, and SonicFox ready to take advantage of it. Sitting back, hiding behind the globe, and charging up his trait. He wants that level 2. He's not using level 1 or level 3 at all.
And again, so much annoyance and disappointment from that snow globe. It puts your entire game plan on hold as you simply have to wait for it to go away or look to escape it.
And that whip That whip is slow enough when he's not in the globe, and Semiij is really, really looking for something he shouldn't be.
And look at the whip punish there from SonicFox now, staying on the offensive. He's going to back up, interactable at his disposal. Caught trying to press buttons at negative frames, and Semiij right on point with his challenge.
Down to such a great tool by Captain Cold. Lowers his hurt box so much. It's really hard to stuff it.
And now Semiij in big trouble. There's no room for escape but a jump back in this situation just on the outside. The meter burn roll to escape, jumping out with that interactable and then jumping back into the corner.
Jumping back into the corner, he's got no options left. He's got to get SonicFox. He thought he could push him back enough to get out of the globe. And stuffing that wall right there, Semiij maybe learning something a little bit on the fly in this matchup. Desperately using that air tech right there, using his last 2 bars.
And the damage over time from that snow globe. SonicFox activates that icy defensive shield as Catwoman is simply killing herself by attacking Cold.
And I'm pretty sure SonicFox is going to do it again here. Yes, he does.
Yeah, and Semiij brings his own death, the ultimate troll move, one way or another. And we see so many of those in the game. You have Scarecrow's trait gas, you have Atrocitus's blood-sucking puddle thing, and then the Captain Cold level of disrespect converted here. Look at this wall. You are not allowed in my house, good sir.
No, it's a huge wall right there. I'm surprised that Catwoman's whip does even go through it at all.
I mean, that's all she's going to do. The block there, Captain Cold looking for the kiss or some type of intimacy. Catwoman not really about it, but then wants to get all close. No, hold this block. Get out of my life. Get away from me, as he puts the ice wall up and denies any chance of her playing these mind games.
Semiij switching, using his character select to go to Poison Ivy. And look, SonicFox getting very aggressive. He knows that he can't give him any room to breathe. He can't give him room to summon that trait. And he connects with a jump in. This is gonna hurt. Frozen going, loading up that trait, putting up that wall, and the fancy display of perfect execution by SonicFox.
And so disgusting is that setup, that low kick into the death sickle, into the low puddle, low overhead, low, but in which order, as SonicFox is working on a near perfect.
There it is. That's the answer in this matchup. You really can't sit back and zone Poison Ivy. Those vines are going to get you, but don't count Semiij out just yet. Meter burn rolling out of there, trying to get a little bit of real estate, trying to buy some space here, and their trade is out. So Captain Cold is locked in. As long as Poison Ivy doesn't get hit, you really just got to wait out that trait.
All right, and Semiij found the escape he was looking for. Huge chunk of real estate in between himself and his opponent, as SonicFox is challenging with the zoning game himself. And Sonic trying his best to chase Semiij down, instead staying composed. And that wall, a great defense from Semiij, although he's facing a huge life deficit outside of that first round corner slaughter. He's been in there.
Semiij, perfect forward dash there to avoid that overhead icicle that SonicFox perfectly placed above his head.
All right, and there's the bark skin for added defense as long as it's active. Going for the whiff punish, but SonicFox with the empty jump, not biting. No setup here. Into the corner, big time trouble for Semiij, and we're looking at chip damage. Builds the wall not once, but twice to kick Semiij down into deep contemplation mode. Look at that young man.
Semiij is down to his last life. He does not have a match to lose. He's got to win 2 straight over SonicFox. Looks like he's going to be going Catwoman. He's thinking about it. I feel he had, you know, it all comes down to that initial scramble in the Captain Cold and Poison Ivy matchup. If SonicFox just walked him to the corner, shoved that gun down his throat, and just mix up after mix up with those overheads, the lows.
So here we are in classic FGC fashion, man. If you're gonna go down, you go down with the character that got you there in the first place. Semiij, Catwoman extraordinaire, to the Slaughter Swamp. One last chance to put a damper on SonicFox's dreams to win back-to-back premiere events.
Back-to-back with Captain Cold, charges it up, continues the combo, not leaving too much damage on the ground.
And here we go, a replay of that first round from the last game so far. Sonic pushed him to the corner and went with an onslaught of mix-ups. However, Semiij able to fight back now, not giving up much damage besides that initial combo. And here we go, baby. He's in business. There's the back 3, the bounce. Cartwheel for the splat. Once again, SonicFox not blocking, and the wake-up wall, a little bit of invincibility to get Semiij off of him.
And look at the great use of that interactable, the alligator, using it to bounce off, getting out of the snow globe as quickly as possible. The unblockable stuff here, a little too slow to continue the combo.
And there's a whip just outside of range. It's Semiij just outside of range once again on the low whip trip, doing everything, evading, and Catwoman showing off those cat-like reflexes.
And the meter burn back three to get through the wall that SonicFox has lunged towards him. Semiij has turned the tables here. Can he tie this up?
Unbelievable play there in that first round from Semiij. This feline attitude, able to escape using the environment for her movement. And there you go, cutting it short to evade the anti-air attempt from SonicFox. Here's the hard knockdown, and Semiij now turning the tide on this set as SonicFox freezes. The Iceman cometh. Okay, Cole, we got you. But he wants to slow down Semiij's momentum with that freeze.
Yeah, Cole's got some quotes of his own right there. Doesn't matter. We don't have to go into a clash.
And the level 2, fortunate for Semiij, gets the connection, so he's able to backdash and escape the icy globe of death unscathed, but a little greedy.
SonicFox has been punishing that every single time. I don't know why Semiij keeps going for it. You just got to know when you're at a loss. You got to count your losses and move on.
A little too slow for that jump in. Gets whiff punished with the greatest of ease. However, 1 bar apiece. Semiij is now in, and SonicFox does not have access to level 2. Now, time to get the offense working. Negative 14 after the nerfs from that cartwheel. SonicFox ready at the helm with the punish. Here's the throw. Semiij down to the wire now. What does he have left in the tank?
Oh, SonicFox decides to put those icicles all over himself. If Semiij gets near him, it's going to hurt. Even if he's got a combo going, it's SonicFox.
And so experienced with the pop-off there. He is ready to come back. Semiij caught in a loop there. He had the punish on that with the entirety of the string, but he knew that he couldn't hit SonicFox with physical attacks. Left himself open and susceptible to that low ice puddle, and SonicFox with the run back on the reset. Back-to-back premieres. It is the rise and stay of Captain Cold. Not a joke, not a one-time deal, as the Fox gets the job done, hugging his Echo Fox teammates. Too much foxes in too many sentences, so we're just going to leave that kid alone and cut to people in the crowd because they're beautiful. All right, as we get the trophy up there, my bad, E. He was in the darkness, man. We were trying to get everything settled and situated. I got this tail in my face. People to my left and right just asking a bunch of questions. Just calm down. We'll get there.
Yeah, here we go. Here's your top 3 for Summer Jam 2017.
As we throw it to Big E on the stage.
It's been a great show. This is absolutely insane. SonicFox, you know, he dominated in Europe last weekend, and I just saw him running through everyone on Captain Cold, and, you know, there's really no excuse. Everyone here, everyone who wasn't there that lost to SonicFox had an entire week to really study those matches and go to the lab against Captain Cold, and it still wasn't enough. Semiij so close to stopping SonicFox, but Winter came. It was done. It was over.
Yeah, Winter is definitely here, and SonicFox getting the job done. Big shout out to him, taking home another premiere. And again, shout out to Biohazard, who handled it in today's other premiere, Over Air versus Fighting, as we go into this replay from SonicFox, showing you exactly how to get the job done using the dead shot counter here.
Yeah, he didn't want to deal with any of this Poison Ivy stuff, so he kind of met counter pick with counter pick here. And Poison Ivy with that very long range. And look at the discipline from SonicFox when he decides to jump up there, gets the standing reset here, decides to go for the back 3 just to push SonicFox into the corner. The trait is out, and here it is. Semiij just applying this pressure, and look at how smart SonicFox is about when he does all those skill shots, and look at that precise punish when Semiij desperately tries to get out of the corner, and SonicFox ready to close it out with skill shot, assault rifle meter burn, and that was just the reset. SonicFox had to keep the momentum going and keep grinding it out.
There's just something about SonicFox in clutch situations, man. I don't know what it is. The kid has the reads, the reactions. And Semiij right there near the top in said situations, but on the losing end of nearly all of them as the Captain Cold pick. Great footsies here and spacing from Semiij. Able to control the tempo and really be oppressive to SonicFox, having his way. However, anytime that Sonic was allowed to charge up that gun and get that level 2 trait, it becomes an entirely different game. And the crux of Captain Cold's design coming in handy. SonicFox knowing how to utilize the tools and get the job done, man. One character at a time, great variety, and just they knew what they wanted to do with Cold. And Sonic putting that on complete display here. Just another fantastic showing back-to-back.
I mean, you really couldn't ask for a better grand finals. There's so many character select screens,
yes,
and so many obscure characters that we just don't see as much. Maybe not as too much in Catwoman, but we saw Poison Ivy. When was the last time you saw Poison Ivy? Even in the top 8.
It might spark something now, but we just like to thank everyone for tuning in with us. We hate that it has to end, but that is the end of our show. Grand Final champion is SonicFox here at Summer Jam 11. Next up, absolute battle down in Texas and the GameStop Hometown Heroes Finals in Las Vegas as we inch closer to the IPS Finals in September. For Darth Armor, I am Katana Prime. Thank you all, and good night.